It is Thursday night, and for no real good reason, I decided to do this. Hi! Welcome to Something to Talk About. My name is Taco, and yeah, it's Thursday night, and there's actually a good reason. I have to stay up all night, so I flip my sleep schedule. So I do live streams, and I got somebody with me, and we'll most likely have more friends showing up later. They stumble in like any other party. People like to be fashionably late. But somebody who isn't fashionably late, somebody who's on time because he's a bit of a nerd, we have Rust.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going? Yeah, welcome to Something to Talk About, the show where everything's made up and the points that matter. That's right. The points are like the Lannisters from Lannisport.
When you're telling people about your show for the first time, you need to specify the word taco because even though I knew your name was Taco, the number of times that I was searching on YouTube for something to talk about and not finding your channel, I was like, oh man, I need to let this guy know that there's a true crime podcast out there that already has this name. So just so you know, you need at least with people like me.
Yeah,
you need to clarify.
You're not the only one. I get a lot where I'm like talking to somebody and they're like somebody from work and they're like, you have a YouTube channel? What is it? I'm like, something to talk about? And they're like, something to TALK. I'm like, taco about? Yeah. So no, it happens. I mean, I think I just have to come to terms with the fact I named it weird. It's a weird name. My buddy Soda came up with it. I love the name, but maybe
I had to change the name of mine a couple times. First, it was because I'd named it Professor, Not a Doctor. And it was supposed to be a joke because you can't be a professor without being a doctor.
Yeah.
But so many people thought, because of like my manner and stuff or whatever, just assumed that I was actually a professor because they saw that word down there. So they were giving my words weight that they shouldn't have. So I was like, okay, I got to ditch the word professor.
My professor told me, no.
And then I went with, it was Philip K. Dick's Sarcastic Ghost, but that was slightly too long, so it was 3 dots, so I changed sarcastic to acerbic. It was just too long, so when I hit like 15,000 subs, I changed it.
15,000. Look at this guy subbing all over my face, just getting your sub numbers.
It's TikTok.
Oh, okay. It's not real. No, I probably can hang. I haven't tried TikTok, but I probably can hang on TikTok. All right. You wanna do one of these? So before we get going, in case people are wondering, we will interact as much as we can with the comments. In fact, I do want, like, we're gonna pitch these. We want to get words for A Song of Ice and Fire houses that don't have words. So we will be taking from the comments because I have 41. I added one more. Yeah, thank you. I added one more just now. And so I don't have all these thought up. Like, I don't have any plans. Maybe like 1 or 2. I'm like, oh, pitch this. But we're going to be going off the comments a lot. But I'm going to be moving in and out of, I won't be able to see the chat a lot. But anyways, so you want to, I thought I had one more thing and I lost my own momentum. I ruined my own. I was doing good. You want to start with House Baelish?
House Baelish. Oh,
yeah. So this is the sigil for OG House Baelish, not House Baelish of Harrenhal. But if it's funner to name it for Peter Baelish, or if you want to name like what his original house is,
Baelish of Harrenhal.
That's technically his house now.
Yes. Titles. Okay, so the original was what's the physical description of this sigil?
So that sigil is the Titan head of Bravos.
Oh, okay. So it's a lighthouse, basically.
Yep.
So we could base it on that, and the words would have come from back then. They wouldn't, and I mean, actually, Peter might have changed them, so we could do 2 versions.
Peter would have done it for his own house, which has its own sigil. So Baelish of Harrenhal has the Mockingbird sigil, a completely different sigil.
Now, I also noticed that it's spelled without an E here.
Oh,
EALISH.
Maybe did I just spell it wrong? I might have just spelled it wrong.
I might not know how to spell it.
I'm not a smart man.
I wasn't sure if it was like a different branch of the house.
Well, technically it is, but that's not what we're. Let me find out if it's spelled wrong. So
Okay.
I also have, I'm going to be doing a lot on my laptop, so I won't be able to see everything. Baelish, it's spelled B-A-E. Yeah, I have it spelled wrong. Whatever.
Okay.
Moving on. All right, do we got any pitch? If the Targs have dragon dreams, do the Starks have wolf dreams? Do the Seaworth have onion dreams? Yes. If you ever eat so much onions that you pass out on a drunken from onion stupor, you will have onion dreams. And hey, Jackie, how's it going? That's what this guy said.
All right. So House Baelish, it would have been the words that would have been established by the ancestors. So who actually
Lighthouse, little fingers, light the way to the little finger. Light up my little finger.
Well, which how far back does the lordship in this house go? One generation. So his dad would have decided the house words if they had them.
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. Probably I want to say off the top of my head that he wouldn't have been intelligent.
It's dad or grandpa, but I want to say dad. But
yeah. Okay. The thing is, I want to assume that this person isn't particularly intelligent, but
so if memory
being related
serves, this is
to
all
Peter.
off the dome for people watching. Peter's dad met Hoster Tully in the War of the Ninepenny Kings, and that's how he. Oh wait, no, that's how Baelish. So his grandpa must have got a spot in the Vale first. So I think it was his grandpa. But anyways,
okay.
Littlefinger, his house doesn't have a name, like his seat doesn't. He calls it the Drear Fort because it's dreary, but that's
right.
like it.
Okay.
Sheep pellets and fingers. I do like something to do with sheep. They got a. I
was trying to think of something that was like "Hear Me Roar" that had to do with sheep, but
"Hear Me Ba."
Hear Me Sweater.
I don't mind "Hear Me Ba."
Hear Me Wool.
I do have the house words, every single house word up. So if we do need to, I can like really scroll really quick to make sure we're not reusing any. But
fingers is coming.
I don't mind something to do with fingers. Like fingers is coming. I feel like we're gonna be. I do like "Hear Me Ba," Jackie. "Hear Me Bleat." But we're gonna be using so many "hear me's." I want you guys to know. I feel like we should take the opportunity to wait until there's actually an animal on the sigil before we start wasting the hear me's. Maybe we can go back to Lighthouse, like light.
Oh yeah, because so they've got the Titan of Bravos.
Titan head. Yeah.
So
the little little Titans, like Littlefinger and Titan head.
Giants among sheep.
I kind of like giants among sheep.
Yeah, giants among something. Sheep doesn't quite work. Giants, giant fingers. Then you're just that lawyer from Always Sunny.
Yeah. I don't mind just like giants among fingers, or I want to keep going back to Little Giants now because I love the Ed O'Neill, Rick Moranis classic.
We have big heads, small but proud. That seems like something they
fingers,
would do.
Sheep pellets, lies. I don't mind. I kind of like this. Can we go with fingers, sheep pellets, lies?
Yeah. What was that tweet? So it's going to be shit. What's the dating system? After conquest, before conquest.
AC.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So like girls born after 200 AC. All they know is eat hot chip and lie. I'm too high to think of in the Song of Ice and Fire version of that. Eat. Drink hot sassafras and lie.
All right, I'm gonna save this.
Oh wait, sassafras.
Now that I have the chance, I can actually fix the spelling of Baelish. Now I'm thinking.
What's that? Hippocras. That was
Hippocras? It. Oh yeah, that
was the word I was trying to think of.
You drink that a lot.
I looked it up, and I think it's just like wine with a lot of sugar in it, or maybe fruit juice.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Okay. I know it's something like. I know it's like super sweet wine.
Yeah.
Something I've learned doing like a lot of A Song of Ice and Fire, like lore and streams and stuff like that, is that anytime in our world it would be EA, it's AE.
Yeah.
And anytime you think there should be an E, it's a Y.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about, is there anything weird with the Q's?
No, I think they just use them a lot. Like I think you need a lot of CHs get replaced by Qs.
Yeah.
Things like that. Let's put up our first success. And we got Baelish. Fingers, sheep pelts, lies.
I'd like to give honorable mention to "We Light the Sheep Pellets" from Jackie.
All right, that's good too.
Because it's a beacon, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Where were the fingers when the sheep pellets burned?
I like that we keep saying pellets when they're pelts. Pellets keep making me think of like pellets.
Pellets are their droppings.
Oh, I went with pelts for no reason then.
Oh.
Well, it's good.
No,
we got
with
41.
a pelt has fur on it. I
know that's what I thought we were going with sheep pelts because you always.
I don't believe sheep have fur. I believe sheep have hair.
They have wool pelts.
Right, which I think is a hair.
Do I gotta refix this? Can I go with sheep poop? Make it so I don't get. How do you?
No, because
pellets?
they call them sheep pellets in the book.
Oh my god.
That's how he describes them.
Who's the lore guy here? Apparently not me. All right, I'll do it all over again. Save a copy.
Remember when he's showing Sansa his domain, his bleak domain.
Yeah, he's like, here's a bunch of poo and.
Yeah, he's like, it's just sheep pellets. And then when they meet the not the Castellan, but the lady in charge, she's like, we would have cleaned the sheep pellets up if we'd known you were coming, you know.
And you got poor Luthor Brune and Oswald Kettleblack pulling the ship up like, oh my god, why do we work for this douche?
I cannot believe that one of them didn't. I can't remember the bard's, not the bard, the lute player's name. God damn it, the singer, the one who attacked Sansa. Marillion, yes. I honestly don't believe that one of them didn't like just murder that guy in his
Luthor Brune was about to.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Yeah, there.
You don't see him living that long. Sheep pellets, lies. Yes.
All right, guys. 1 down, 40 to go.
Well, we're halfway there on this one. Poop. What would Peter have changed this to?
Poop. I don't have his ready.
His sigil. Okay.
I'm not wasting that's one of my 40 slots on 2 Peters. No, we got Banefort.
Banefort.
Yeah.
Is that the stranger?
It's the stranger. These guys are so hardcore that in a religious society they have Satan on their sigil. How badass.
It's I think the stranger's a little more like the Grim Reaper, I would say.
Whatever, ruin it. But they always you're like not supposed to say stranger. You know, it's got a real Satan. They call it blasphemous. You know, it's a little less.
You're not supposed to say stranger? Really?
No.
I didn't know that.
Well, they maybe not, but like if they all right, I'm just saying how the Hound named his horse Stranger. People won't say his name.
It was taboo.
Like, taboo, right? And they say that blasphemous name or that blasphemous.
Yeah, I think he was
blasphemous.
A bit of an analogy, and this is probably just my own ethnocentricity, but he seems like a bit of an analogy for Saint Jude. I'm not Catholic, but this is the way that it was explained to me, was that because there was a Judas who betrayed Jesus, and there was another Jude who was a good Jude, who's the Saint Jude. If you prayed to Saint Jude, you might accidentally pray to the wrong one. And so he was the patron saint of lost causes, because you'd only pray to him if you had no one else left to pray to. And that feels like analogous to the stranger.
I think Mike Boyd nailed it. Our words cannot be spoken.
Yes, that's it.
I kind of love that. Love that. All right, Mike, you nailed it. Yeah, moving right on. Well, let me write it. Come on. I'm giving myself so much work.
I'm sorry, I forgot you were inscribing for the record.
I'm also doing all this on a laptop, so I don't have multiple screens up. Nothing.
Our men are hooded. That just sounds like you're not circumcised.
That's exactly where my mind went, dude. Watch
is Satin Marillion? Is Satin Marillion?
There's no way Satin.
Is Satin Marillion? No, I don't think that can happen.
No, the character Satin.
No, I know. I'm saying, like, chronologically, I don't think that can happen.
No, I don't think that's... No, he was still alive by the time Satin made it up, right? It's got to be close. They got to be pretty.
If chat wants to look that up for us, if they want to do the legwork.
Yeah, do the legwork, but I don't think it's possible.
I don't think it's possible.
Also, I'm not sure if I like it because I hate Marillion and I do like Satin.
I like Satin as well.
Yeah, Satin.
But you know, there's always the
but I do want
to. You know, it would be just like George Martin to redeem someone that we didn't want him to.
Yeah, I guess. like Jamie, Hound, all those other people.
Yeah.
Not
well. Jamie at least is going through purgatory at the moment, so
yeah.
You know, he's getting some of it back.
All right. Who do we got? This is Baneford. Is he going through purgatory? Is that a fan theory?
Oh, I have no idea. I was just thinking, like, when it comes to someone's redemption arc, someone like Jamie, I think it helps that he's suffered. If he went from being a bad guy to being a good guy, that'd be iffy. You know, obviously, it wouldn't work.
Who liked Satin? Everyone liked Satin.
Everyone likes Satin.
Satin's cool. He knows how to read.
Honestly, who doesn't?
He knows how to do sex
No,
stuff.
never mind. I was going to make a political joke.
Oh.
A real world political joke.
Can I make a
Let me make an in-world. Let me make an in-world political joke. Okay. Hold on.
I would rather you not.
Well, the only politics are like the church.
Oh, in this world or in our world?
No, so my original joke was in the real world, so I decided not to say it, and I'm trying to see if I can, trying to see if I can modify it to in-world.
I'm like, please don't go political outside. Like, I get in trouble.
The only ones who don't like Satin are the Silent, not the Silent Sisters. God damn it. I guess maybe the Silent Sisters. What do they have for like nuns? It's the Silent Sisters,
septons,
right?
Septdoes. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Are they nuns or are they just like female priests?
Who the heck doesn't like Satin? Yeah, everybody. Yeah. All right. I saw the first one before I saw the second one, Mike. I'm sorry. Everybody.
Full disclosure, I didn't even look at the chat. I just accepted you as a reliable source. So
poor Mike. I'm sorry. I know you voted for S tier. I thought everyone loved Satin, not just because we're all into sexy dudes. I know I am. All right, there you guys go. Oh, words cannot be spoken. All right, Banefort done. Mike's laughing. We got it. All right, we got him back on our side. I tell you though, I got accused. Did I bring this up last stream or outside stream where I got accused of getting political because I was talking crap about feudalism?
I think you told that to me before the stream started, maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
You might have brought it up during stream. I'm not sure.
I can't remember, but like, yeah, it was for my Harry Swift vid, and I was like, well, this is what's wrong with feudalism, and then one of the comments like, well, you're really going to town on feudalism. Yeah.
Well, it's like I was thinking the other day of like what sort of like racial slurs there would have been for societies that are like completely gone, that like the Romans erased or something.
Oh yeah.
That we could like just add to our own lingo because like there's no one left to hurt with the word, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Because the only ones I could think of were from HBO's Rome, but they were referring to races that still exist, so we shouldn't use them. But that's a really good show, by the way, if you haven't watched it.
I wished it was better. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. But knowing so much about Rome history, I was like, you're just jumping over this? Oh, we just skipped over this, huh? Here we go. Man. I know they had a lot of budget issues. They had a lot of problems.
They actually managed to make the actual assassination of Caesar slightly less interesting than it really was.
And they skipped over his actual speech, one of the most famous speeches of all time. And then somebody else like ends up like half saying it in a bar, and that's what we get for like is it like just lame to do the actual speech at this point? I don't know. Do Landed Knights have words for their houses? Some do, and we will be covering some Landed Knights. But
I would say that sure.
I think Landed Knights can.
That's probably pretentious. Like that lets you know right away. If you meet a Landed Knight and they have house words, then you know they're like, oh, they're that kind of Landed Knight.
Yeah. And Jackie, you're 100% correct. Is A Song of Ice and Fire is political. It does. I don't know far. I won't go so far to say it leans away, but it definitely has multiple stances. You
Absolutely.
know, it's very anti-war. It's very anti-class system. Like, and
what was
huge on.
Septon's whole speech on broken men?
Yeah, that's one of the
Yeah.
best anti-war speeches of all time. It's one of.
Oh yeah, that's
weren't
the
you the one who put it
paragraph.
the
That's the paragraph
entire-
I send to people to get them to read the books.
It's so good. That's
Yeah.
why he made it to S tier for obvious reasons, man.
Yeah.
All right.
What was his name again? Septon
Maribold.
Maribold. Thank you.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters. All right, House Blount, as in
House
Boris
Blount.
Blount, as in
So one of the Kingsguard, right?
Yeah. So Crownland's house, and they got some porcupines. Poke me
Crownland's
not.
house with porcupines.
Feel the quill.
I'll slap you.
I do kind of like feel the quill. Not gonna lie. I just threw that out there.
It's like a Mountain Dew slogan for a porcupine flavored beverage.
Feel the quill. No, that speech. The David reads A Song of Ice and Fire. He chokes me up the way he reads it because he stays in character as.
Oh well, with the porcupine, it has to be the "Don't tread on me."
Oh yeah, I'll see if there is a "Don't tread on me." I feel like tread lightly here is
the free state. The Free State Movement flag.
Yep, I know.
Is the
snake. Yeah.
No, that's the actual Gadsden flag. The Free State Movement put a porcupine on it. With Don't Tread on Me. Yeah.
All right. Well, the closest I have to tread is House Footley with tread lightly here.
Footley, of course.
Yeah, I believe their flag.
Proud feet.
I believe their flag is Caltrops, which is hilarious.
Who is that again? Who are you talking about? Footley.
I believe they're
Caltrops.
Yeah, I believe their sigil's Caltrops. It's fantastic, dude.
It's our nemesis.
Yeah. Watch out. Here we stand. Yeah, there's not any. I don't see any other treads.
Okay. Tread softly, for you tread on my dreams.
Okay.
Did you watch Equilibrium?
No.
Oh my God, you have to watch Equilibrium.
Touch Me Not is House Woad, and that's hedgehogs.
The back of the Equilibrium disc said "better than the Matrix," and when I was in high school, I agreed with that. When I was in high school,
our pricks are sharp.
Well, because the porcupine is a defensive animal. It can slap you with its tail, but it's also a useful animal. You can throw a blanket over it and take some of its quills for use in sewing and the like. And they're barbed, which is cool. And the bits that are stuck in the skin, at least the ones where I'm from, are yellow, bright yellow.
Yep.
Which is cool. I wonder if you can make a dye out of that.
With just a face of porcupine quills once.
Yep.
And we thought we could just. We didn't
Pricks
try,
coming.
but we looked to just see if we could remove them, and then that's when we learned. Yep, they are like barbed.
Yep.
They got little like slivers. Awful, just awful.
Yeah.
That dog did not go out in the woods ever again. Every time we went to my grandpa's, he's like, "I'll hang out in the car. you guys do your thing."
Yeah.
I'm not going out there. He ran away from our cat for like a month. He's probably gonna do it too.
I think Pricks Are Coming would be a very different flag.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
A flag that would be
that's what you're into.
Crumpled in the bottom of your hamper.
Yeah, wife.
Okay, so they got porcupines. Well, how many house words have anything to do with the sigil?
A lot, some.
Would you say it's like more than half? So we don't have to stick with the sigil if we don't want to.
Well, the sigil usually has so much to do with their identity that it.
Okay, let me look this up.
Like blades are sharp, skinned man. Like awake, a rooster. Like quite a lot, but not all of them. Like unbound, unbent, unbroken from House Martell. That's just a sun and a spear. Like that doesn't have anything. Winter is Coming doesn't have anything to do with a wolf, but there's a lot of other ones that do. What are you looking up? Are you just looking up all houses?
I'm just looking at the Wiki of Ice and Fire on House Blount to see. Well, we really don't know much about them.
No, just Boris Blount.
One of the squires a squire from House Blount participated in the beating of Howland Reed.
Yep.
With the turning of the laughing, with the Knight of the Laughing Tree.
Uh,
So let's see. We've got 2 porcupines. So why would those have anything to do with like how you got your lordship?
Twice the prick. Twice the quills.
So they were tricksy somehow.
I want to go
and
back.
There were lords, and there were already lords there, and they somehow tricked these lords into falling into a pit with a great number of porcupines in it, and the porcupines did impale these lords for them, so that they could take their lands.
I feel like you need to drink what I'm drinking. I need to smoke what you're smoking for us to kind of keep like. I like it. I like your pit of porcupines.
It's called Illuminati OG.
Oh, is that what it is? This is bad. I always drink it for A Song of Ice and Fire streams. It's my dragon's milk.
Nice.
I stay on brand. Can we go back to Fear the Quill?
fear the pricks.
All right, I'll take Fear the Pricks.
Okay.
I believe somebody said something like
how
that.
How about feel our pricks?
Feel our. That's a little much.
Okay. All right.
I think either feel the quill or fear the pricks.
Feel the what?
Feel the quill.
Feel the quill. Okay.
Feel the quill or fear the pricks.
Feel our quills, I think.
Feel our quills. All right.
Yeah.
How do you spell quills?
Quills.
I know. Let's say it again, anyways. Quills.
Correct. We prick helpless. No.
Feel our quills. There you go. I know I'm gonna get
this stupid. I know it would be this. It wouldn't be the stupidest murder ever. Chat. Thank you. I can think of stupider murders.
There's some pretty stupid murders out there.
It was basically punji steaks, but you replace the punji steaks with porcupines, and you use a lot of them because you need it to be fatal.
Oh my god!
You smear night soil on the porcupines. How you go? How's that? So it gets infected and they die like a week later.
Brutal.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna use that in a book.
I'm gonna use it in a tweet.
I don't write tweets, but I'm still
joking.
Technically writing a book.
I have no idea how I would use that in a tweet. Our pricks cut deep. Our pricks are barbed.
Yeah, these are just turning. Oh, like a cat's wiener. They're barbed.
Oh yeah.
You didn't know?
I know a dog can get stuck inside another dog.
They're knotted. Not that
I think ducks have corkscrew.
One type of duck. Yes, one type of duck.
Okay.
But cats. Let's get into some cat sex. Barbed, but the hooks literally start the mechanism that drops the cat's eggs. So they need to literally be hooked in order for it to happen. And that leads me to believe that is if you believe in evolution. Aren't you glad we went down our route? Like the whole we want to have sex because it feels good route instead of the like you get forced to the heat and I have a barbed penis route. I feel like we won that evolutionary battle.
Well, there's some interesting theories about that. There are theories that the reason that we make a lot of noise during sex is to basically bring other people in.
Oh yeah,
to advertise, hey, there's population happening over here, and the plunger shape
is mighty. Oh, that's good.
And the plunger shape of our penis is because yeah, exactly. It's there to clear the way, and basically what they've determined is the less competition, the less male sexual competition there is, the smaller the penis to body ratio among primates. That's why gorillas have the smallest penis to body ratio, because they can beat, I think it's because they can beat the shit out of each other. So they don't have to sexually select quite that way. So we've evolved to have multiple sex partners.
And I thought I was going to teach you about sex evolution.
And then the CIA had to invent HIV.
There you go. House.
Sorry,
Bout,
I wasn't
fill
gonna.
our
I'm
quills.
sorry. I mean, and then House Valerian had to go and invent
All right.
grayscale.
Please keep it politically clean here. But also, they gave us crack and AIDS and acid. Like, you know, like it
Yeah.
even.
Okay. I think it's politically neutral to make fun of the CIA. Okay.
Yeah, I do. I actually do think it's politically neutral. I was doing a review for Succession, and we're talking about the TV show Succession, which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah?
We were talking about like buying elections and the evilness of capitalism and so on and so forth. And the dude whose channel I was on didn't get an explanation why that it got taken down. And I was like, we just talked so much about how all elections were bought that it's just like, no. So that's why I'm afraid of getting. All right, that's it. That's all we got.
Well, that's why they're that's one of the many reasons they keep trying to shut TikTok down.
That's so great. Yeah. Yep.
The thing is that they were trying to say that like TikTok was being Never mind. Sorry.
We're done.
We don't talk about this here. We don't talk about this here.
We're going to the sisters, because we're gonna go get some sister stew with House Butterwell.
Is that a snow crab?
That is a snow crab.
Okay.
You're good with your crustaceans, or rusty.
Well, I don't think real snow crabs are white, unless I'm very much mistaken.
That's racist.
But if you're trying to get it across to a like a medieval peasant that it's a snow crab, not a fucking crab,
I mean,
that probably happened. They probably had a properly colored snow crab on there, and people kept calling it crabs, and they were like, "Fuck this," and they made it white. Okay, so it's a snow crab. So snow crabs, like, it's interesting to me that crabs are a prized food.
Marsupial people are totally a horror. All right. Sorry, but a kid does have 4 dick heads on one dick. All right, keep going.
I think elephants have 2 false vaginal openings and 1 real one. I'm not sure that's the right word. Cervical entrances. I'm not sure which one it is. Oh, but like they might like completely copulate and they hit the wrong hole.
That's so great. We're either politics or animal dicks. Politics or animal dicks. Next on Something to Talk About. Whoa. All right. Snow crab, House Butterwell. So they're on the sisters. They got.
So it's honestly interesting to me that crabs are a sort of prized food in this culture.
Well, they have clam chowder is like their main food. The sister stew, which is just New England clam chowder. And I don't know why the snow crab, but also just to make sure you remember, sistermen have the webbed hands, right? They're the Innsmouth.
Right.
They got the Innsmouth.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. So they were semi-aquatic then.
Yep.
That makes more sense. Because like I know, I don't know about the crab honestly, but I know that the lobster used to be considered like pig and peasant food because it's like the cockroach of the sea. Until they got like rare. Until rich people discovered how delicious they were with butter. But
me and my wife went to New Hampshire for our 5-year anniversary. As weird as that is, we just want to go see New England, and we're the river that separates New Hampshire from Maine. There's this giant prison right on in the border of Maine that we kayaked near, and we also took a boat near it. So right on the other side of this big river. And when we were taking, I don't know why I brought up the kayaking because it's about the boat trip. As we were taking a boat trip, the captain of the boat goes, "That gigantic building's an old prison." We're like, "Dude, that's so cool." And then he's like, "Yeah, they would just catch shrimp, and you could choose to have shrimp, or not shrimp, lobster. You could choose to have lobster for every meal in that prison." I was like, "What?" like I've had 2 Maine lobsters the day that this was and the day before ever in my life, and these guys just whatever. I was like, oh, Maine prisons. Can I get transferred to the lobster prison, please?
We would have to have lobster at least once a year when I lived up there. Usually when family was visiting.
I remember like not wanting to do a lobster roll because I'm like, oh, it's just butter and bread and lobster. Like, can I just get something like a little more complex? And then I took a bite of my wife, so I was like, I'm an idiot. Like that's all you need, dude.
They're fine. I personally just prefer. I think it's the worst way to eat lobster, but I don't think there's a bad way to really eat lobster. So
still tastes like lobster at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Not cooking it until it goes bad. All right. First we feast. I don't mind that. That's kind of, it makes me think of the First We Feast channel, which goes drunk, not drink. Oh wait, I think that's a comment on earlier. Oh,
Yeah, I
that
assume this
sounds
one
like
would
a drunk
probably
Tuesday for some people. Yeah,
the
snow
crab
crabs
being
is
up
better
there
than no crabs.
is probably commerce related, rather than the last one, which was clearly assassination related.
Yeah.
I doubt. I mean, a crab assassination plot, tricking your enemy into falling into a pit with a lot of crabs in it, so they pinch them to death is it's absurd. I would never propose that.
That's the whole thing in House of Dragon, isn't it? Like the crab feeder.
Oh, fuck yeah. But he stakes them out at least, so they can't move, so it makes sense.
You're like, that's dumb. I'm like, an entire thing. Oh my god.
What do you mean dragons? So I assume this is probably commerce related.
I don't mind pinches are coming.
See, that's the thing, is I don't think that their words would be based on the crab itself as an animal and the way that it would defend itself. I think it's going to be based on them making money by selling crabs somehow.
Well, remember, they are wrecker lords, so they
are what lords?
Wrecker lords. So they trick people with lighthouses, so they wreck their ships.
Maybe their house words are
take all their stuff.
Maybe their house words are, "This is not a snow crab."
Yeah, this is actually a lobster. We pinch your cheeks. We hump mermaids. We might want to say that for House Manderly.
Well, these guys have those webbed hands. We don't know where they got them.
All right, then. All right. Well, do we not save we hump mermaids for House Manderly, or should we say we totally are cannibals for House Manderly, and then we use
with House Manderly we can get into the Donner Party with that.
Absolutely. Wait. Something to do with the crab, Sebastian? Maybe. What's the song? Does he sing a song?
I have never seen Little Mermaid.
What about just Under the Sea?
Under the Sea. That could be their words.
It's kind of just simple, right?
Yeah.
And then it's also a Little Mermaid reference, which George loves.
And it refers to the crabs who live under the sea.
To the crabs.
And I think it's a SpongeBob reference.
Yeah. All right, guys. Do you guys like Under the Sea? And that's also a reference to Patchface, where he goes under the sea. We will web you.
They're not spiders, though.
No, they're not spiders. They don't have webs.
Net you? Like I guess you don't catch crabs.
Under the sea is Patchface words. Yeah, but Patchface is like dead and stuff too. That's why I liked Under the Sea, because it's very Patchfacey too.
Yeah.
It's always summer under the sea. All right, either shut up and let's eat some sister stew or Under the Sea. What do you
Shut up and let's eat some sister stew. Their house words could just be sister stew. But they spell it obnoxiously.
Sexy.
Sounds to me like a Mad TV reference.
Kind of. Oh, I also love the last show that we did. The opening bit was after I pulled it away. You were doing that as like it was the first thing anyone saw. I'm like, all right, welcome to the show, and you're like, grr. I'm like, oh, thanks. It's his vape. It's not actually a bong. I want people to know that. I don't care if you know that. I'm just saying. The part is this. For the stupid song. Your sister stew for house words. Yes, sister stew for house words. Just sister stew.
Eat your stew and your sister too.
No. Hey, wow. 40 minutes to do a Sonic Vice and Fire stream. First incest joke. Wow.
No. I think that was a cannibalism joke.
We stew the sisters.
That might have been an incest joke, and then I went to the cannibalism joke in my head. I'm not sure.
Either way, it's illegal and not okay. Either way, we can't do it. All right.
Okay, Stannis.
I wouldn't outlaw prostitution like you did, though.
Well, you started with a cannibalism. It's a slippery fucking slope, my friend.
Outlaw cannibalism? What next? Sex? There's a lot of layers from there. What? You want gays to get married? What next? My dogs? That's actual arguments people made.
We stew the sisters.
I know I'm going political.
Why do people keep? Okay, I need to know why chat keeps bringing up web.
I don't know either, because they're not. They're just spider crabs.
Well, there's probably something obvious that we're missing.
Crab. It's not a snow crab.
Oh, is it a spider crab?
It's a spider crab. That's what we're missing.
Okay.
Well, look. Yeah, you're the.
I don't think that changes our words.
Look up House Butterwell really quick. Tell me what it is. We've only done like 4, and we have 40 of these.
How do you spell Burrell?
Borrel. I think I spelled it right this time, so let's look. Borrel. That's what I have. Oh, excuse me. Damn dragon's milk.
Okay, so it's actually RRL.
All right, I'll fix it again.
Okay, a white spider crab on a gray-green field.
By spider crab. All right, that's why people keep bringing up webs. We're dumb.
Now, it says something interesting under here that I don't quite understand. In parentheses, it says something in French. And then there's a comma, and it says a spider crab argent.
Oh, it's describing, those are like flag words. It's describing what the flag
is.
Okay,
argent.
Yeah. Spider crab and web fingers. Yeah, there. Spider crab.
Oh, that's the heraldic color?
Because
it's the heraldic color of silver and white is argent.
The webbed fingers. That's why people keep saying web. Spider webs and webbed fingers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all those are way better now. The web of sisters. All right.
We will web you. We will web you.
I
makes
think
more
we'll
sense
go
now.
back to we will web you if you want. I don't mind.
So that's like Abraham from Hellboy with the webbed hands.
Yeah. Abe.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Abraham Lincoln.
No, it's not Abe.
It's Abraham Lincoln something.
Abe Sapien.
Oh, is that it? Mm-hmm. I think his middle name is. For some reason, I thought his middle name was Lincoln.
It might be, but I know it's Abe Sapien. Argent is silver. Okay. We will web you. Do we want to stick with that?
Yeah, it works for me.
All right, we will web you. Thank you, I believe, Jackie. We will web you.
Yeah, chat's telling us what argent is.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We're dumb. Out of everybody watching and us, we are the least qualified to be the ones on stage. But here we are. Suckers.
I just waited until the technology to do most of the work was there.
Yeah.
And then just started pointing the camera at myself. Yeah, as soon as CapCut came out and I could just like do shit like that, I was like, okay, I'm ready to start creating content. It took me a long time
to figure out how I was going to actually do content, and it was because I figured out a way where I didn't have to edit.
Oh, yeah?
And it's funny because what I do is actually, I would think it's difficult because I do 20 long takes. Like 20-minute long takes. I don't edit out any mistakes. I have to be okay with that. I have to learn how to roll with the changes, or else I have to film all over again. I do think it's difficult, but I also think editing is difficult. And I edited so much in college that I don't want to do it anymore. I hated it.
I get that
so much.
I'm the same way with painting, indoor or outdoor, painting houses. I'm not doing it again. Never. Don't care.
I'm the same way with how I painted. I went to art school and I decided I was never gonna paint that way ever again. I wasn't gonna mix anymore unless I really needed to. I wasn't gonna use brushes anymore. I started painting just straight, and then with my hands, I didn't want to paint on canvas anymore. I didn't want to paint realism. So the art I did after college was all expressionism, right onto the wood, just squirt, move, find your shape. Create your figure. It wasn't abstract by any means because you could find the form and the structure. You could see what I'm painting. It wasn't abstract, but it was expressionism, and I wasn't ever trying to go for realism. And it was just because I hated it all from art school. I was tired of painting for my ego, and I wanted to let my id paint. Sorry, there you go. House Butterwell.
I got in trouble in kindergarten for refusing to color inside the lines.
Well, there you go, man.
They shouldn't have told me to do it. I might have done it on my own.
I do think my words.
As soon as they told me to do it, I wasn't going to do it anymore.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah. All right, ready for a fan favorite? And the crowd goes wild. House Brax.
By all means. Is it CM Punk? Oh,
House Brax.
nice.
Is that one of CM Punk's thing? Like and the crowd goes wild?
No, he just had a surprise return recently, and the crowd went, and it was in Chicago, which is his hometown, so the crowd did go very wild.
Man, he should really. I think that he should just try fighting in UFC for real.
I don't think that's a good idea.
He did. He got his butt handed to him. He got absolutely messed
especially
up
at his age. I mean, yeah.
This was like 5 or something years ago, but he's
had enough concussions.
Destroyed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
House Rust. History is so sick, man. Our horniness knows no bounds. Yes. This is one of the ones I had on my on my thumbnail, and I believe I just went with Fear the Horn. But I do like
We
fear
will
or
horn you.
horniness. I like something to do with horniness.
I'm going to disappear off camera for 2 seconds, but I'm still here. I like fear our horn.
All right. That was my first pitch, but somebody said our horniness knows no bounds, and I like that.
Well, it's interesting. So, like, what is... I wonder what exactly a unicorn horn is made of. If it's maybe more of an antler...
Yeah, probably more like an antler. Because what a lot of quote realistic versions of unicorns are goats or rams or sheep, and instead of one horn they have one. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's whatever like rams or sheep horns are made.
So, well, the reason I was asking is because when they do that, there's been circuses that have faked unicorns. They take a goat, they take the 2 horn plates, they put them in the middle, and they grow a single twisting horn. But technically they have 2 horns, but they're twisted into one. So I'm wondering if a unicorn technically has 2 horns.
Read the words, Rust.
Works for me.
Rust is into it, Jackie. Strap on and strap in. Let's go. All right. Glittery ivory. I like that. Is it strap in and strap on? It's probably strap in and strap on. Sorry. I should have caused Taco to say that ridiculous crap. All right. All right. Let's connect horn or horniness with the unicorn being like a unicorn is like something that's impossible to see. Like that thing. Like, oh, she's a unicorn. She's
keeping with the wrestling theme. We could just go with.
We never went with the wrestling theme. We never used the wrestling theme.
We were not talking about CM Punk.
Yeah, for like 5 seconds. We haven't named all these guys up for wrestling.
No. That's what I mean. I'm saying because we mentioned wrestling earlier, we could just go with "You Can't See Me."
Should it just
because it's a unicorn?
Just in parentheses, waves hand in front of face.
Yeah, it's got the emoji. But it has to wear the cargo shorts.
Magical ivory pegs. Our horns impale. That's not bad. Our glitter impales. Right.
We will gore you.
Once in a lifetime horniness. 1 horn in a million.
Well, do they have the whole lore with unicorns, with like how they had to be like hunted with virgins and shit?
It has any. I don't think unicorns have anything to do with House Brax. It's just their thing. They just wear unicorns and.
So they're like. They're like Disney adults.
Yeah,
they're like Disney adults. Okay, for unicorns. Okay.
So Flemeth Brax.
Okay. So he would probably have something really flighty. He'd probably have something pretty fucking eccentric for his words then.
Absolutely. I think House Brax.
If he was just like throw a mystical creature on there, exactly. it's gonna be something like
very flamboyant.
Yeah. The house words are gonna be like, don't touch that throw pillow.
Does this dark chocolate mocha come with wheat milk? Oat milk? You like don't touch that throw pillow. Purple rains. I don't mind purple rains.
Oh,
that's
that is
actually nice. Pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, these guys were minor. They would never have been kings, right?
No, they were not. I don't believe they were ever kings.
Okay.
There might have been a lot of.
And why purple? I think we've talked about it before. The world has not established whether purple is an expensive color or not.
Nope. No, it has not. I've never seen that in anything I've read, besides just putting our own history on things.
Yeah.
Because we don't know where purple ink comes from in this society. So it used to be.
I assume that probably comes from sea creatures, shellfish of some sort.
You want to go back to House Butterwell? We just got done with House Butterwell. I do like Purple Rain. That's their actual words. Beneath the strength of honor. Whose actual words? It's not.
But we'll go with purple.
Brax doesn't have house words, do they? No way. Did I screw one up and bring one in that actually has house words?
Snails in Bravos is where the purple ink comes from.
Words.
That's what I was thinking of.
No, they don't. I don't know where you're getting that, if that's what you're saying, but they do not have house words.
Beneath the strength of honor.
Beneath the strength of honor lays magical ivory horns. I'm so confused. I don't know where you're getting that if that's their actual words. I feel like I'm being screwed with.
Does George Martin use the British spelling?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know. I don't read the books. I listen to them.
Yeah, same here. Beneath the strengths of honor. I don't even understand what that means.
No, I don't either. I'm not trying to talk crap about Jackie. I love Jackie. I'm just confused.
Bigfoot's best friend.
I do like Bigfoot. Say what now?
There must be a Bigfoot creature in this universe. We should assign it a name.
I do kind of like Bigfoot's best friend. We got to move on. You don't like one horn in a million, one horniness in a million, something about rarity? The rare horny.
Oh, just one in a million. You know,
I do like one in a million. Yeah.
He really wants to be a princess.
Yeah. I like that, just nice and simple and kind of gaudy. One in a million.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
This guy wore a monocle.
Yeah, a posmez.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Isn't that how you say it?
I have no fucking idea.
You know,
my mother is a French teacher, and I do not know how to pronounce that.
Is it posmez?
I think it's pince nez.
Oh my god!
I believe the Z is silent.
I believe your Z is silent. That's crap. I don't even think Rusty Shackelford's your real name.
It's not even my fake name.
Yeah. Oh, what did I say? Shackelford? Shackleton? Is that what it is? Yeah. Oh my god. I'm like way off here.
It's derived from that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Shit. What were we just talking about?
Posmez.
Oh, that's right.
Is what we went with.
Oh, right. Have you ever watched Cyrano de Bergerac?
No.
Oh.
Wanted to lie, but I couldn't. Sure.
So he has a big nose. It's French, and he's got a big nose, and you're really not supposed to mention it. And there's a famous scene where someone keeps yelling about his nose, and he's laying le nom, le nom. So that's how I remembered that the Z was silent, just because of I took 2 years of French, and that's what I remember from it.
They are in Hornvale. I knew that much. Jackie C.
Hornvale. That sounds like Amish country.
I wouldn't say that I did the absolute best research. I went with every single house, all sigils. I looked up all house sigils on the Wiki of Ice and Fire, and next to it had words. And I just scrolled down. I found houses that I like, and the words area was blank. And then I clicked into Wiki of Ice and Fire, and as long as there's no words there, I took them. So I was like, all right, cool. So that's how I derived Brax and Havany. But if you found house words for them and they're not in the Wiki of Ice and Fire, then holy crap, that's amazing. I didn't know that. I put 40 of these together. We ride for victory.
How far into are we? How many do I have left?
We just finished 6.
Okay. How long do you need this stream to be?
As long as we can. I mean, dude, I could go 8 hours. I need to stay up. I need to stay up all night. But it's until all the guests give up. And if other guests show up, which it's a possibility, then you can leave. I don't need you anymore. But I'm kidding. Rustle. I like full names, but I know your name's not actually Rusty. Russell. All right, there we go. 1 in a million. All right, let's get down and dirty with some dairy products. House Butterwell.
I'm just imagining a well filled with butter.
Our horns are extraordinary. Horns beyond belief. God, these are all really great. Poor Rust. I'm just apparently I'm being really mean to you. House Lebowski. Yeah, that's just like your opinion, man. I also like it's just a bummer. It's a bummer, man.
So Butterwell.
So yeah, big dairy house, big milk house. They have an all white castle because they love.
I wonder,
white walls.
Does Butterwell refer to maybe like a small pot of butter, like for the table?
Maybe, but they also have a couple wells they throw dwarves down. It was a really cool book. I'm not making any of that up. That's all a mystery night. Dunkin' Egg 3, House Butterwell.
So
they're very extravagant.
So they had the well, and then there was something butter related. So they're like, we're gonna call it the Butterwell.
They're big dairy farmers. They're a dairy empire. They're the Land O'Lakes of West.
Let's see. Their house words would be
butter
margarine. Margarine is shit.
Yeah, but butter is way better than margarine. I saw through the bullshit.
There was this whole thing back in like 1908. I found this headline from 1908 up in New Hampshire that talked about a giant butter bust or a margarine bust, and I was like,
boobs?
What the fuck is this? No, like a drug bust, but for margarine.
Oh, that's way worse than a boobs made of margarine.
I start reading it, and the New England Dairy Lobby had forced it so that the law said you had to dye margarine pink, which is the color of tainted milk, and you had to label it adulterated butter in letters that were like a certain size. And there were sellers who were not doing that. And so there was this huge raid where they seized all this improperly labeled margarine at the behest of the dairy lobby. Not to get political, but the dairy lobby back in 1908.
Dude, progressionism is over. No one cares anymore. Dude, that died with William Jennings Bryan. All right, move on. Yeah, I know history. Fight me.
Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Standard? Yeah, I know. That was actually my favorite. Our milk does not sour? That's actually really good. I think that's a win. I think that's a winner.
Go for it.
Yeah.
When Sea Shepherd. Do you ever watch Whale Wars?
No.
With Sea Shepherd? So
I know
Sea
about
Shepherd.
It because of that's South Park.
Okay. So one of the things that they do is they'll pull up alongside these whaling vessels and they'll throw butyric acid, which is derived from rancid butter, and it basically spoils any of the whale meat that it touches. So it's one of their acts of direct action that they take. It's like, and they also throw over like detergent just to make the deck slippery to like fuck with them and shit, because they can't do anything like even approaching lethal, you know.
Yeah, that's fun. I never watched it. I know they like went after whalers, but yeah. I didn't know there was enough whalers still around that you could create an entire hobby of messing up whalers. Like the ocean's big, man. You just find whalers.
Well, they all hunt in specific areas at specific times, mostly down in like the Arctic Sea, at least when they were doing it.
Oh my god. All right. Sorry. I spend so much time putting these together. All right. Before we move on from Butterwell, I got a really lame joke I make all the time at work. And the guy who I'm actually talking about at least has claimed he's watched one of my live streams. So I don't know if he's watching this one now, but when I tell him about him, he'll say, "Oh, I jumped in for a minute." All right, but anyways, his name is Lachlan, which just means land of loch, as in land of lakes, right?
Right.
So I call him Lando from Lando Lakes. It's my nickname for him. It has not.
Oh, not as in from Lando Lakes, not as in Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, but it works both ways because much like Lando Calrissian, he's a skinny white farm boy from North Dakota. Much like Lando.
Yep.
He has none of the swagger either. All right, our milk does not sour. That's probably my favorite so far. That's really good. If Targs have dragon dreams, he's just gonna keep using these. Do Butterwells have utter dreams? Oh my god! Oh, I have had milk dreams. He's drunk on cheese. All right, screw it. House Connington. Let's go.
They really don't have house words.
Mm-mm.
Huh. Okay, so it was their father who earned the lordship.
Yes, sir.
Or at least the landedness. Are they lords? Yeah, he's the lord.
They're
the older
landed
brother's
knights.
the lord.
They're landed knights.
Okay.
Yep, he's their landed.
And it was because his dogs, and it was because his dogs chased off something that was attacking a lion. Okay. Yep. Go ahead. You were saying something.
I'm looking to make sure. I'm gonna look to see because I know there is a none so loyal already out there, but I want to go with the loyalty of dogs. Something to do with that. None so dutiful, but I don't believe there's a none so loyal. And that, of course, goes both ways because the mountain's an absolute monster. But the hound, was named so because he's like a dutiful dog. They just call him dog.
Right. I never connected. That's not true.
With them?
No, I was gonna say I'd never connected him being called the Hound with dogs being on the sigil, but I think I've made that connection before.
Yeah, and Joffrey just calls him dog,
right.
He doesn't even call him the Hound.
Tyrion calls him that a few times as well.
Yeah, just to be a jerk. He's kind of a jerk.
Well, part of me was wondering if they didn't see a difference between the words because there was a point in English where hound meant dog.
Well, keep in mind that this isn't England.
No, I know that, but I was wondering if, because, for example, they use the word bugger a lot, and they changed that to fuck in the show, and so that's something very, English. So I was wondering, so I was just thinking it's possible that hound and dog were synonymous, because, when they call him, what is it when they call Tyrion? They call him an imp and he doesn't get angry, and then they call him a dwarf and he does. Like that. I think that's what happens.
It's the other way around.
It's the other way around.
Wolf, you should have stopped with dwarf. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's one thing where I remember thinking at the time that they weren't. I remember thinking at the time that I had to note that those words didn't mean the same thing apparently in that world.
Yeah. All right,
and then after reading A Song of Ice and Fire for a really long time, I forgot that in other areas, dwarves are actual a race of a mystical race, like elves and stuff. So I started reading
mystical, but yeah.
But I was reading Witcher right after I was reading A Song of Ice and Fire, and I was like, why are there these little people who are really good with axes? Because they were calling them dwarves, and I kept thinking human dwarves.
Yeah. Well,
not a race of dwarves.
Before you read A Song of Ice and Fire, like the rest of us, Russ. All right. We're talking through. I like your insight, but we're talking through something. Our boys are good. Don't give pets. Who let the dog out?
No, they kind of treat dogs like shit, man.
I do like our tails ever wag.
I don't think they really care if dogs are happy, dogs are just a tool for most of them.
Our bark is worse than but remember, this is the Cleganes coming up with this. Our bark is worse than our bite, respectfully. Well, more often than not, if you see a dog in Westeros, they're part of a hunting party.
It would be great.
90 times out of 10, the kennel masters are there to help hunt.
Yeah, exactly. That, yeah. But it would be great is if their house words were something akin to "We're not afraid of lions."
Yeah. What about just something to go something playing off of man's best friend, lion's best friend because they're the Lannisters, lapdogs. But all right, I was about to step over Maribel's dog named Dog, who is just an awesome dog who hangs out and he's a loyal dog. So they're not all like Ramsay Bolton's monsters, you know, like, like, or the Mad Huntsman. I did a video on Mad Huntsman. Check it out. Dogs do chase cats. Dogs chase cats. We chase lions.
A lion is a cat. Yep.
Yeah.
We chase big cats.
How many is he gonna do, man? I often wonder if Clegane's dream of electric dogs.
Do you know what dogging means?
I mean, it's got a lot of different meanings, right?
I assume he's using it because we were talking about the English meaning of words. I assume he means it in that sense.
As in rooting, as in banging.
Yep.
Yeah, dogging down.
Why must we chase the cat? One must imagine the cat chaser happy. That's all.
Not simply chase a lion. Come on, this is easy.
Lion slayers.
That's a little too bad. Bitches.
What is something that, because here's the thing, right? So we've got two giant men. So how big was the father? Do they ever say that we were bigger than our father?
About him, no.
All right, so let's assume the father's also a giant moron.
I would call the Hound a moron.
Okay, that's fair.
Like
but he had that early childhood trauma to fucking wake him up, turn him into an adult real quick. So
he's also in his
his older brother. I feel his older brother got to be a child for a much longer time. So okay, let's assume the guy's just like a meathead, right?
Okay.
And maybe the Lord who gave him his lands, gave him his own house words, just saying, these are your words now.
Tytos Lannister did.
Tytos Lannister. Okay, so he wouldn't have let him, choose anything about, we ain't backing down from no lions.
Tytos was the
That's true. Lion. Tytos was a pussy.
Was a clawless. Yeah, clawless lion.
Yeah.
I do like just how simple is none so loyal. Like it just totally sounds right, and the fact that they're not loyal kind of works. But I do want to play off a loyalty. And
none
if
so
you just
loyal
don't want to
good.
go with 3 bitches, then we'll move on.
I do like none so loyal.
Yeah, that was like my first one right away. Hounds, Mountains, Fire.
Russ definitely knows what.
I don't know. I missed it.
Why must I chase the cat? Oh, why do dogs chase cats? So the idea that dogs and cats don't get along is actually something from back when there was food scarcity, and as far as the animals were concerned. So that's all. They were competing for food, so that's why we thought dogs and cats hated each other.
In all experiences I've ever had of introducing a dog to a cat, the cat attacks first. Like,
oh yeah.
Like
with mine, it was actually I brought the cat in, and the dog was terrified. I think I told you this already.
Yeah, I believe so.
But my pit bull was like hiding behind my legs, like whimpering.
Oh,
and then after about a week and a half, they just bonded.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. Can we just like?
Russ definitely knows what dogging is. Yeah, no, that's why I was trying to explain it.
I wasn't asking a question, but thanks for answering it. I don't even know when we answered yet. Do dogs chase cats? Yeah, she was pitching words, and then you go on to this like, well, back in jolly old England.
Well, I thought he was saying Russ definitely knows why dogs chase cats. So that's why I went on to that. I was like, I actually do know this one.
All right. Do we want to go with what I said 10 minutes ago, or do we want to stick with do something else?
I like the loyalty one that you said.
None so loyal.
How about bitches so loyal?
We some loyal bitches.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm going with it. None of this matters. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
I wonder what weird giant nickname their father had.
Play this at the beginning. Give me a sec.
It don't matter.
Go ahead.
None of this matters.
Come on, guys. This is a dumb game. None of this matter.
I wonder what kind of like weird nickname their father had. Because people aren't just going to throw nicknames like that on both of the sons if that's not something that they do around there.
Well, one is gigantic and one is a dirty little dog, so they aren't.
The Mountain and the Hound. But the Hound, I assume, would have earned his name through loyalty.
Dog. Yeah, maybe. Well, that's
right. So that's why it was so shocking when he finally broke. You know.
Fuck the king.
Right.
Fuck
the king.
Yeah, it's not. Is it Bugger? I don't think it's Bugger in the books.
I believe it is Bugger in the books. I believe I made note of that.
Is it? It might be.
Yeah, I believe I made note of that when it occurred, but I might be wrong.
Maybe.
We'll have chat look it up.
They do say Bugger more in the books, so yeah.
They do.
Yeah. All right.
So what did we go with?
I'm about to show you.
Okay.
Rustle. That's what I call you because we're friends. I'm allowed to call you Rustle. We went with this.
We some loyal bitches.
We some loyal bitches. Oh my god. This is what we're doing, man. Thursday night. Some people are out having fun.
A hound is a loyal companion, a dog is not so much. That's ridiculous. That is a ridiculous thing to say.
All right, move on. We don't insult our chat here. We love our chat. Send me super chats and
well, he just insulted all dogs that are not hounds. You don't insult dogs.
Dogs don't have feelings. You can't shame a dog.
Exactly.
I'm
Haven't you seen their eyebrows?
Stop being mean to our chat. Be nice to our chat. I believe it was Christy who on my last super chat, or on my last StreamYard live stream. There you go. My last flip one asked if I had a PayPal, so she didn't have to donate via super chat and waste like money and put money to YouTube. So yes, I now have a PayPal. It's in the description. That's it. All right, cool. So
I would see what April is saying here. She's saying the way it reads in the books when they use the word dog and when they use the word hound, it's used that way. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but I'm not going to make fun of it either. So.
I always hear hounds as in the hunting hounds, or whatever they say hounds. Can I put up the next one, please? Number 9.
By all means,
you mind?
Of course.
You okay?
No,
you
not
okay
at all.
Oh, you piece of crap. House Connington, as in John
this
Connington.
Is nice.
Yeah,
I'm glad this one turned up.
They don't have words, yo.
So it's a griffin, which is another mystical fucking creature.
2 griffins.
2 griffins.
2 P.
Or it might be
a
griffin in its shadow.
Peter Griffin.
Man.
You remember that bit? When he's trying to think of a fake
Is
name?
that from 2001?
Yeah, it's like season 1 or 2 Family Guy. And he's like, "What's your name?" And he's trying to make one up. And he looks at a P, and then somebody cries, and then a griffin just flies.
Yeah.
P. Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin. Ah, crap. Yeah, House Connington. So they are fighting griffins, and also John Con. Then just arrived, took over, and then Red Ronnet Connington, his nephew, is sent to Griffin's Roost to stop John Con. So I think that since it's Red Ronnet, I think this is symbolism for how they're gonna fight. So I think it's actually literally dueling griffins.
Do you think maybe they're gonna mirror the banner when they fight each other to avoid confusion? Yeah.
Hey, what
is that?
You wearing all red?
Oh, I see.
I'm doing this.
Oh, right. The Griffin pose.
See, I'm nailing.
Known in universe, of course, as the Thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got griffins, and they're fighting, and they're mystical. What sound does a griffin make? Probably like a squawk. Yeah. So that's probably not something they want to draw attention to. Flying and biting.
Flying and biting.
Yep.
We just flying and biting, yo. We the griffins. Not only dragons have wings. A little wordy.
We have wings too.
We wing it, yo.
Wings also.
Aren't they like winged lions? Aren't griffins? No, I'm thinking of something else.
I believe they have the body of a lion. Let me double check.
I totally have grayscale. Don't tell anyone. Their words.
All right, so it's got the body, tail, back legs of a lion, head and wings of an eagle, and with talons for front legs. Head of an eagle and talons for front legs, but the back legs of a lion and the tail of a lion.
So just here we roost.
Oh, because it's Griffin's
Roost.
Griffin's
Where
Roost.
the
Yeah,
lions
Griffin's Roost. What the way it's described, is it up on like a cliff?
your mic like shot into my ear for a second. The way like it just I don't know, something cracked and it like literally made me jump. Sorry. I think it's up, it's up high. Like it's
okay, so it makes sense that it's a roost then.
I gotta switch ears now. Sorry, go ahead. I never go left ear. This is weird.
Reaching new heights.
I don't hate it. Let me look.
Sounds
at,
like a
corporate.
Sounds like a corporate
Reaching
slogan.
New heights. Touch me not. The conqueror's might. Guard the way. Would you say reaching new heights? Kind of like growing strong, like something like that.
Yeah,
Sit down
exactly.
Needs. Unflinching is one of them. That kind of like that. Just one word, unflinching.
Oh, the Sphinx is the riddle. That's true. Sphinx is riddle related.
Yeah, but this is a griffin, not a sphinx.
Oh, right.
Yeah, way different.
So a sphinx is like half a griffin.
It's like
because it's part because it's half a lion.
It's got the face, but it's got a face of a human.
Oh yeah, exactly.
A human. Never resting. What did we go with?
Something about new heights.
Reaching new heights?
That sounds right.
I don't mind. Oh, let me soar. That's a good one. I'm reading other ones. Growing gray. It's a grayscale. We will totally F you up, yo. It is in the Stormlands. The Sphinx is a riddle. Is the riddle. Yes, lion bad. Yes, lion bad. Yes, lion bad.
We will griffin you.
We will griffin. We keep going with we blank. We will blank you is a lot of them. The pride of valor and flight. All this pride and valor. I like roost in the clouds.
Here we roost.
There's a lot of here we's too.
Hear me roost.
Hear me roost. We hear you.
I can see my house from up here.
That's a good one. Hey, remember that time I got exiled? That sucked, huh? This one long one. I saw Norm Macdonald live when I was in high school. One of my favorite comedians.
Yeah.
And he bombed. Nice. He like completely bombed. In college, in college. And he just reveled in it. Like it's like he knew why people were walking out and he just stayed with it. Like he didn't switch on. And he didn't go, oh no, I'll do a different joke. And he just kept saying like really depressing stuff. And I'll tell you the punchline, but he kept doing this. He's like, I woke up the other day and I was unhappy. I looked at myself in the mirror. I didn't like who I was. And my son hasn't talked to me in years, and my wife doesn't like me, and my dad just died. That sucks, huh? And that was like the punchline. So everyone's like, and then he just like two people walked out, so he's like, so I'm depressed. That sucks, huh? Like he just kept doing it. And then finally there was like 10 people, me included, are like dying. But everyone else is just like, what are we doing here?
Andy Kaufman would do bits like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He read what book was it? He read a book until everyone left to punish him. until everyone left.
He did a whole thing with the WWE as well, where he like fabricated that whole thing
with the King,
Jerry Lawler. Yeah,
Jerry Lawler. Yeah. No, and then when somebody insulted him, he started to cry, And then as he was crying, he started crying to a rhythm. And then he walked over to the bongo and he just turned it into a song. Like, he just like broke into so good. All right, enough about.
I've been watching Taxi lately.
I love it. Yeah, it's that was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, that's good words right there. That shit's crazy. We are every animal. Shables, what's up? Elgromancy in the house. What's going on? All right, let's go back to Connington. All right, so pitch the words to the cons. We are the cons. We are the golden cons.
Did we not come up with something?
Well, here we roofed high. We were like close.
Reaching new heights.
Reaching new heights. All right, let's just go with reaching new heights. Always be closing.
Always be soaring. Always be griffining.
That's all I have.
So Griff. Old Griff. Was Old Griff... He must have been called Griff before he left.
Yeah, it's a really dumb nickname. I think we covered this.
So
before. It's an awful...
The thing is, though, that like where else do we see people like getting nicknames from where they live like that? Do we see that elsewhere?
Yes. So, yeah, there's a couple like when... I'm not going to remember any of them like right at the top of my head, but I remember Tyrion's fake name was like Hugo based off of like an old king there, and it was Hugo of the Hill. And then West Hill.
No, I mean like their real life nickname.
Oh,
like someone was like, "Oh, you're from Griffin's Roost. I'm going to call you Griff."
Yeah, but remember, he was using that to hide that he was from...
Right, but my question was, do you think he was nicknamed Griff before he went into hiding? And he was just like, oh, I'll just use my nickname that already exists.
I can totally see Rhaegar calling him, hey, yo, Griff, what's up? Have you met that... that Stark chick? I'm totally going to throw away the entire rebellion that we're doing and everything that is good to get me some of that Stark stuff. God, Rhaegar, what do you think? All right, there we go. Reaching new heights.
Reaching new heights.
All right. Let's stick with
biting them. Reaching new heights and biting them.
Biting them.
we got beaks. And talons.
We're lions.
Do griffins have large talons?
Really? You going to the Napoleon Dynamite reference? I don't know. All right.
I'll go with Napoleon Dynamite reference whenever I feel like it. Thank you.
All right. So House Corbray.
House Corbray. Those are those ravens flying away with hearts?
Mm-hmm. Dark wings, dark hearts. I gotta love it. I just came up with that because I always say dark wings, dark words because you always get bad news. Dark wings, dark words, but since they're carrying hearts, and that Lynn Corbray, the Corbrays got Lady Forlorn. They're kind of dark people. Dark wings, dark.
See, when I read that this description, I didn't imagine that they were stylized hearts like that.
Oh,
I didn't even realize that stylized hearts like that existed in this universe. So when they said hearts, I thought that they meant like actual human hearts.
Yeah.
in the bird's claws. So that's interesting that it's a stylized heart.
Is it? Come on,
do we know the story?
Heart. Come on, let's go.
No, I like that very much. If you'd like to have a discussion about it, we can. To make the chat to make the video longer. But yeah, I do like that one very much. All right.
Screw killing Son Goku, man. Let's not get hasty. That's a Dragon Ball Z abridged reference for one person out there.
Chat doesn't think it makes sense that Rhaegar took Lyanna.
Yeah, no crap, because it doesn't. You're right. It's either a very smart, calculating person's one mistake and he dies for, or there's something else going on there. opening my Truly. All right. We don't have to just jump right into Darkwing's Dark Hearts. I just wanted to, like, we're finally at number 10 of 40. There's no way we're finishing these.
Darkwing's Dark Hearts.
Yeah.
So again, it's interesting that it's a stylized heart. So it's like, what do we know the story behind their lordship?
No, they're like old school.
Put that up one more time.
The sigil?
Yeah. All right, House Corbray. All right, you can take it down.
Oh yeah. Why don't you just ask me how to spell it? Because you don't trust my spelling anymore. All right.
Well, no, this is your spelling. This is your spelling on here, so I get your spelling either way.
All right, good point.
All right, 3 black ravens in flight holding 3 red hearts on a white field. So, has George definitely said that the heart is stylized like this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Why not?
Foundation.
Why would it be like
the Corbrays were an Andal, because I've never heard of the existence of the stylized heart in the universe. I'm bad at paying attention, so it's entirely possible that it's there. Okay, all right. So Foundation. The Corbrays were an Andal house during the coming of the Andals to Westeros. So we don't know how they got their lordship.
I believe
because it predates the coming of the Andals.
I believe Stannis's is a heart-shaped flame. I did an entire short on houses with hearts in them, so I know there's multiple.
Okay.
And yeah, you said they're an Andal house, so they are the coming of Andals.
So maybe we're dealing with like a Helen of Troy situation that got their house founded. Their house was founded for love. Yeah. Oh wait, so it would be love letters carried by ravens.
Oh yeah, love letters. Yeah, that's love.
So
love.
What's Hallmark's slogan? Do they have a slogan? I don't think they do.
Ruin on Christmas. Wait, no. What's that Beatles song? It won't be long. There's a send me. Isn't there something about send me your love? Oh my god.
Yes.
Beatles. Oh, wrong. Send all my loving home to you. Send all my loving to you. What about send all my loving to you? Because it's ravens bringing hearts. Send all my love.
That works. Dark Wings, light hearts.
Ooh. Dark King's dark love. You want some dark love, Russ? What are you doing?
Cupid's wings.
You want to get out here? Like flirting and yours is looking at your phone. This is normal for me. This is every conversation with my wife.
I was looking at my vape. Thank you.
It is kind of a series of lives. I mean, I do this once a month. If we don't finish these, I'll do a part 2 for next month because I really love this idea, and then I won't have to do any work.
So chat was talking about the fact that you used to be able to talk to ravens, giving them the verbal message rather than attaching it to their leg.
Yeah, but that would really, because if I was like, tell Rust to call the banners, and then a raven would be flying, and then they'll just fly low, and there's just this random dude like kicking his donkey like, move it, you ass, and then the raven lands, and he's like, gets to you, and he's like, move it, you ass, and you're like, wait, what?
It was probably warg related, which is why we forgot how to do it.
Oh my god, you got to make it all serious and not funny.
My bad. So yeah, so it was warg related, but it was more like a walkie-talkie, right? So you'd hold the raven up to your head like this, and out in the battlefield somewhere, your commander would hold another raven up to his head, a white raven. You had to have a matched pair, and the guy on this end could warg into this one and send a wireless message that way. Is that unserious? Is that unserious enough?
That's pretty funny. Tear out my I did that was great. You always bring it back to like Vietnam era war. Good job. House Corbray, tear out a heart for me, my love. I kind of like just tear out your heart. Send me your heart. Then it's like love and also really vicious.
That was a thing in Sherlock.
Oh my God, buddy. What?
Holmes? What?
Sherlock Holmes? Oh, I'm just. Whenever I pitch something, you're like, in literature. Look, you always go smart with it.
No, it's just there was something about Sherlock Holmes with a heart being mailed to him in a box.
Oh, I think that was
Like,
just the detective.
to prove that one of his enemies was dead or something.
Isn't that just the real life detectives who were trying to chase Jack the Ripper? No, that was a liver. He sent livers. Or was it kidneys? He sent kidneys. That's it. Because there isn't 2 livers. There's 2 kidneys. He sent 1 kidney to the newspaper and the other one's to the cops. Yay, serial killers.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, what's up, man? Send me your love.
I like the Dark Wings light words. Or Dark Wings light hearts.
Dark Wings, Dark Love. We already been there.
Because I guess he built like his, based on his sigil, he built his empire or his lordship at least on, selling Valentine's messages. Or that we had a Helen of Troy situation.
Every kiss begins with Corbray. All right, I'm typing in Dark Wings. All right, I don't want to combine them. I think we either go Dark Wings, Dark Hearts, or like a Send Me Your Love. I think we either go with hearts meaning love or it being like.
All right, we'll do Dark Wings, Dark Hearts, and that way we can say that the love letters were like bad love letters, like Dear John letters, like I don't love you letters.
Yeah, there you go. Dear babe letter. All right. It takes me that long to type 4 words. Don't worry about it. I also opened up my second drink, so. So how's it going? What are you up to?
Nothing much.
Oh, cool.
Emptying my vape.
Sorry, when I'm like typing a bunch of stuff, like I stop talking and then I realize it's bad TV because no one sees that I'm typing. They just see my face. And I'm just.
You need a louder keyboard.
Is it not loud? You need a louder keyboard, you cheating piece of garbage.
That was my other phone, dude.
Oops, I just saved all of these, not just one.
What's the name of the next house?
Yeah, you just want to change the subject because I just yelled at you.
Yelled at me for what?
For cheating, piece of garbage.
I don't care about that.
I don't care about that. There we go. Boom. This is why I haven't done the next one because I was still bringing up House Corbray. I don't know.
But I figured if you gave the name, then I could get a head start.
Oh, well, sorry. I'm too, this is all in one window. I can only do one window at a time. I'm going as fast as I can. All right, yeah, you and House Cordwanger.
Cordwainer.
It's a boot
I wonder
house.
what the fuck a cordwainer is.
I wanted to do a house that is just way out there. So I went with the boot house.
I bet they have like a Tom Thumb origin story.
I got some boots. All right.
They lived in a giant shoe.
Before somebody else.
Who was the woman that lived in a giant shoe?
Little Miss Muffin? No, she sat on a tuffet.
She sat on a tuffet. I can't remember.
These boots are made for walking. Can we just stick with boots are made for walking and move right on?
Works. Yeah, that works for me.
All right, screw everybody's suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
You guys all suck. No, you're best. You guys are great. I love all of you. But we're going right to these boots are made for walking, so we can move on.
Ghosting hearts.
These boots are made for walking. That's just what they. No. We made these boots specifically for Christopher Walken. That's what that song is.
So what was with your other houses that had hearts on the sigil? What was the context of those?
Well, Stannis.
Like how were they used on the sigils?
Stannis is
burning heart.
With the stag in it. I can't remember the other ones right away. How do you spell Cord? Wagner?
C-O-R-D. At least this is how it was spelled.
C-O-R-D.
C-O-R-D-W-A-Y-N-E-R. That's how it was spelled earlier.
God. Awful name, cordwainers.
I was sitting here thinking, what is a cordwainer?
House.
I wonder if it just means like a cord maker, like someone who makes rope.
Maybe. I made so I don't remember them off the top of my head. I made a short. And it's on my channel. All Houses with Hearts. And I did a poll. So I wrote down. I spent one day at work where I looked at every single house, and then I made categories. So I wrote like cats, dogs, deer, fish, trees, shoes, whatever, right? And then every time I saw a sigil that had one of those, I added their name to it. So I have 2 sheets of paper that are up right now at my couch in my little cubby, where I have them, and I just kind of started working my way through them. So like every house with fish. So then I made a short of every house with fish on their sigil. Nice. And then whenever it was 4 or less, I was able to then make a poll and say, hey, out of these houses with blank, what's your favorite? And then I would still make the short, but then I would be able to say, and I did a poll on my channel, and they all think that blank is the best house with a tiger, right?
Nice.
So I did that with like a shit ton of stuff. And it was I do a short every other day, so you kind of you script the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
The 3 I have right now that I haven't filmed are House Verwell, the ones with the wyverns, and then I have one of just the Mystery Knight Black Shield, who is the bastard of Uplands, and then a sigil, and you just hear his name once, a guy named Michael Miller. And I know that doesn't sound like a Song of Ice and Fire name, because it was based off Mike S. Miller, the guy who does the art for the Duncan and graphic novels. So those are the sigils I'm doing now. You just scrape the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Anyways, I finished cord, that big old cord wanger you got rocking. Don't think I didn't notice. Really? I thought that was fun. Jeez. I get more laughs out of when you don't laugh. All right. There we go. These boots are made for walking. We can move right on to House Cuy.
These are sunbursts.
Sunflowers.
Sunflowers. I see.
Is fantastic. I do think I've already done a short for House Tullen. Smell of Victory. Oh, that's way better. We should have went with that, but I moved too quick. See, that's why I moved. That's why we should have waited. We should have took your advice, Rust. I admit you're right.
For which?
To wait until we actually listen to the crowd, because they're better. Because they said what it was a really good one. Now I missed it and moved really fast. But something about the smell, it was good.
So the Cuys were given their lands by the gardeners back when they were kings, when the Andals came to the Reach.
Yeah. Smell of
We've
victory.
got Sir Duncan the Tall at the Whitehall Walls tourney, sees a blue pavilion covered with sunflowers, probably that of House Cuy.
Thank you. Are you making a short for me because you're doing what I'm doing? You read it and like, all right, what here? There's so many where they have one paragraph that's like, and Sir Duncan the Tall saw them at either the Ashford tourney or the tourney at White Walls. I'm like, okay, cool, moving on.
So this is going to be something like Growing Tall.
Yeah, but remember, there's Growing Strong for House Tyrell, so you don't want to get too
right. But they might be trying to suck up to House Tyrell by saying, or well, no, they wouldn't be sucking up to House Tyrell. They'd be catching. What are the words of House Gardner?
Catching sun rays, catching sun. They don't have one. House Gardner doesn't have words.
House Gardner doesn't have any.
No,
okay.
No, I don't believe any of the old houses that got lost have any words. Catching rays, catch the rays, soaking up rays, like sun rays. Catch that the works. Sun, comma day, sun.
We have sunflowers.
You taste the. You want some seeds, yo?
Taste the sun.
I don't mind taste the sun. That's. Oh my god, he's a hell of a koi. There you go. It's always sunny in Sun House.
The smell of victory.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
chord
I was
winder, right?
trying to show you that one earlier.
Yeah.
But It's Always Sunny in Sun House. I don't mind. It's actually kind of funny.
Well, sunflowers are also Ukraine coded.
What'd you just say?
Said sunflowers are also Ukraine coded.
Yeah. Toads.
Ukraine grows a lot of sunflowers and they export the seeds. And so it's been a symbol of Ukrainian resistance. And there's been videos going around of Ukrainian women going up to Russian soldiers and giving them sunflower seeds and telling them to put them in their pockets so that when they die, that at least sunflowers will grow.
Wait, we made it. We made it political again. What's up, Chris?
I didn't make it political. I just mentioned what happened.
Okay, all right. I like it. It's all good.
I didn't take a stance on it.
Yeah, you didn't say those dirty Ruskies. Towards the sun, I like. What do you think of that? Towards the sun.
Plant our seeds. Plant our seeds towards the sun. No, that's stupid.
You want to plant your seed? I like plant our seeds, and I also like, because that just sounds so dirty and sexual, but like a lot of the reach is all about, Garth the Greenham banging everyone. There's a lot of fertility. They love their fertility there.
Yeah.
They like their banging.
That's why still growing strong.
Yeah. Banging strong. Banging strongs. How strong? Who hasn't? Who hasn't banged Luke more strong? We all have. Stop denying it in the comments that you haven't banged Luke more strong.
Chord winners are shoemakers.
Oh, cool.
That would have been useful information.
Yeah, before I just said screw the chat. And
well, no, that makes your words even better. These boots are made for walking.
Yeah, that does.
It's now perfect.
I should have spelled it Christopher Walken. These boots are made for just Christopher Walken. He's Christopher Walken here. The children of the verdant sun. Makes me fix the tie I don't have. That's how great that one was. We plant our seeds. I kind of like the making it about CUMing. I like making it about spilling your seed, right? Because there's a lot of that going on with Garth Green. So do you like plant our seeds, or we plant our seeds, or plant the seed?
Long and straight.
Ooh, I'm neither. I'm kidding.
Long but skinny.
I'm happily married. Here, let me tell somebody. You can still jump in. Tall and straight, big and tall and skinny.
Growing tall.
Growing tall.
I think I said that earlier.
So much like growing strong. Spraying strong.
It just seems like growing tall is something that they would go for. Because, how else are you going to...
Spread the seeds? Spread our seed? God,
squirrels love eating us.
Squirrels do. Be sure to peel. Be sure to take the shell out, man. You're going to destroy your butthole. That happened to a coworker of mine.
Especially if they've got hot sauce on them.
Yeah.
What was the one you had up earlier? Spreading the seeds, or replant our seeds. We grow our seeds.
Grow the seed. Water the seed.
Irrigate the crops.
Just Jackie's dropping all pretense. Just saying it. You're just saying it. Just saying the quiet part out loud now. Come.
Hold on, let me ask ChatGPT.
Oh my God. All right.
What's a good word for
What's a good word? What? Seed? Sunflower?
Hold on.
The seed is strong. Technically hasn't been taken. That's just something that some guy said while he was dying. Yeah, no cheating. That's what Mike said. How are we still stuck on Cuy? It's been like 10 minutes. Cheater. Everyone's calling you a cheater. Reap what you sow.
Oh, these are bad. These are real bad.
Yeah, this ChatGPT.
They're all 2 parts.
We all have real human brains. That has a fake
sunrise, sovereignty, petals of power. See, this is 90% of the reason you use. This is 90% of the reason you use ChatGPT is because it's entertaining.
Hey, another
eternal
Beatles
bloom,
reference.
regal gloom, royalty in petals.
Ooh.
But you don't want to be, making royal aspirations in your slogan.
Petals of the sun.
Sunflower's domain.
Petals of the sun. I'm trying to combine sun and sunflower.
Sunrise monarchy, blossom hierarchy.
Like the sun we rise. No. All right. Oh no, Mike. We are more entertaining. We are more entertaining than AI. We are. Russ, you're bringing that AI into here. What are we, Doug? We're not better than Doug. He's fantastic.
Is that like Dig Dug?
Really awesome YouTuber. I suggest. This is great. Great stuff. Really great stuff. Way overqualified to be a Twitch streamer. But he's a Twitch streamer, but he does really hardcore mods. And then that's the whole thing. Letting his Twitch chat control the game around him, things like that.
Nice.
Yeah, really, really awesome stuff. All right. Anyways, wanted to see how many bears it took to kill everybody in every Skyrim city. So Whiterun was only 7 bears. Riften was 20 bears.
Yeah.
Great stuff. All right. All right. How are we still stuck on Sunflower Place?
Well, because sunflowers are not inherently
tall and sunny.
Well, the thing is that the best ones sound way too much like House Tyrell.
Tall and bright?
Sure.
Done.
Tall and tasty.
Just pick one. I know I'm on it. They're like, dude, just move on already. All right, I'm going tall and bright.
All right, that works. Tall and yellow.
Tall and yellow. We're giving up already. Black and yellow. All right. I didn't know that Lil Wayne made a green and
that was a
yellow
weird
package.
time in my life when that song came out.
I know. It was high school for us. We're about the same age, right?
Yeah. No, I'm 35.
Yeah, so we're about the same age. I'm 34.
You were in high school when that song came out?
Wasn't I? I don't know. I don't listen to hip hop, wasn't I?
Maybe I just didn't notice it till I became an alcoholic.
It was like 2008 or something, wasn't it?
I think it would have been around 2009.
All right, so college / high school.
Well, I was a car salesman by then.
Oh, I was in art school.
Drinking way fucking too much. Dancing to that.
Drinking way too much, but I was in art school. And I wasn't dancing to that. Lived in Washington. I was going to do a lot of punk shows. Bremerton, Washington had a absolute awesome punk scene.
I imagine.
And I was very punked out. All right, there we go. Tall and yellow. We gave up early. All right. Don't tell
we gave up early.
We gave up early, guys. Right. Don't tell Preston Jacobs. Okay, and I want everyone to calm down before we get to the next one. All right, it's kind of controversial. People are going to start talking about red doors and stuff, but we got House Dalt with all the lemons. No
yellow balls on a purple background.
I challenge you guys not to say anything about lemon trees.
Nothing about lemon trees.
You don't get any of those jokes?
Which jokes?
Lemongate, Preston Jacobs. Yeah, that's because it's lemons.
Oh, I didn't get the Preston Jacobs reference.
Yeah, because
I understand Lemongate
because he because Danny couldn't have the House of the Red Door couldn't have been in Bravos because she remembers a lemon tree and lemon trees cannot be in Bravos, so she grew up in Dorne, so on and so forth. Oh no, Jackie's telling. Don't tell on us. Preston's like a big. He's like big uncle. Like he'll come in here. Come in here and start.
All right, so we've got lemons on a purple background, which would seem to be more like lemons, like on a sheet or something.
It's also my sports team's colors.
Hmm. Yeah. So,
which is important. Doors aren't red. Our doors aren't red. See right away.
We bite back.
Mm. All right. Do we have time for a long, pointless story for one small punchline?
I don't care.
All right. I was mowing lawns in Washington State, and there are citrus trees. So I see a tree. This is a buddy. The guy who I worked for is like friend, and I'm mowing his lawn. So I see like blood oranges, like really dark orange tree. And I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna peel one of those and eat one of those. That sounds fantastic, right? I'm like mowing the lawn, so I like stop and I pick one. And it's really hard to get off. I should have. Oh, there we go. Really hard to get off. It's really hard to disconnect from the tree. Really hard to peel. But I thought maybe it's because it's fresh and maybe they're supposed to. I had to cut it open, and then it was like pure red, like beet red, like blood red.
Okay.
And I bit into it. So it was an extremely unripe grapefruit.
Nice.
And it was so acidic that it ripped all the skin, burned all the skin off my lips.
Oh, shit.
It completely wrecked me. All my taste buds fell off my tongue. I couldn't taste anything for about a week. Completely destroyed my world. And I like walked up like, oh! And the guy knew immediately. He's like, they're grapefruits, dude. They're not oranges. I'm like, oh! I was screwed. The bitter citrus.
My 5th grade teacher brought pomegranates in for us once. And my friend was trying to eat the pith because he didn't know that you were only supposed to eat the seeds.
Oh, yeah. Bit into it?
Well, he was just like eating the yellow bits, like putting it in his mouth.
I was with the R blanks R blank. Our cakes are sour. Our words.
Hey, they weren't. These people weren't any more creative than we are.
Yeah, we're not very creative. I think the chat's killing it.
Oh yeah.
I think the worst ones are the ones where I came up with. Just ignore that. Beneath the lemon tree, we are in Dorne, like all lemons. Because they're a Dornish house. Lemons are Dornish.
Oh, it's true. I forgot they were a Dornish house.
Yeah.
So then the we bite back thing really makes sense.
Strong. What about if the 7 give you lemons?
Make lemonade?
Yeah. Just if the 7 give you lemons, ...
Oh, I see.
Oh, here you go. Jackie C's killing it. What is sour and may never cry? That's not bad. It's not bad. Not to just call out Jackie. A lot of you guys are killing it. Like the Golden Company, duh. Yeah. I do like what is sour may never cry.
Yeah.
Want to keep fishing?
I like that one as well.
You want to stick with it?
No, go ahead with that one.
Go. Let's go. What is sour may never cry? What is sour? What is dead may never lemon?
So the Dornish were they part of the Andal incursion?
Yes, and First House, but mostly it's the Roynar that they're famous for.
So the Dornish are mostly Roynish?
No, but
no.
It's a pretty good mix of all three. So there's the stony Dornish, the sand Dornish, and like the other Dornish. Like there's 3 types of Dornish. Some Dornish are more first man-y. Like Danes are probably from like the Great Empire of the Dawn. But anyways, like you got First Men, Dornish. That
So they've got like
they got 3 different cultures mixed, and they have a very each of the Stony Dornish, the Sand Dornish, like the 3 cultures have very different looks. Like you may look like a Mediterranean person, like your Spanish or Sicilian of our world, right? Like being mixed with the Moorish genes, from our own world. Or you might look like a Wop from Northern Italy, just blonde hair and blue eyes. Like it depends on where in Dorne you're from. It's very much your Mediterranean of Westeros.
How far do the ties go back between the Danes and the Starks, if any?
Not at all.
None.
Were married, as far as I know. As far as I know. They go back to when Ned fucking went and visited them, and they're like, "You're the coolest dude. We're naming all of our kids after you." That happened. I'm not even making a joke.
And then the Tower of Joy.
Well, no, it was after the Tower of Joy. The Tower of Joy happened, so the Danes had all.
Oh, right, with the sister. Right.
Yeah. And then he showed up, gave them a sword, and they're like, "We're naming their firstborn after you." It's some weird stuff, and that's why a lot of it doesn't make sense. And you know what's so funny is that we're talking about Danes when we're not even talking about Danes. And you know why that's funny? Do you?
Why?
Because like 4 houses from now we have House Dayne.
Nice.
But we got to get
falling
Darkling and Derry first.
Oh, okay.
So next would be Darkling.
Darkling. Okay, because I know what Derry's going to be.
Targaryens always, yo.
No, I'll tell you when we get there if I remember.
All right. Ooh, I'm Rust. I got a red beard.
Do
are you a sneaky ginger, or were you always ginger?
It shows up in highlights in my beard is all.
So sneaky ginger. That's what my wife calls people who like didn't have red hair until their beard.
Oh yeah.
Like they were like blonde, but their beards are red.
Yeah, but I don't know how sneaky it was. I've had the beard since sophomore year of high school.
Well, good. Well, Eek Baba Durkle. That's la-di-da. It's a Rick and Morty reference. But I finally was able to get, like, I'm still slightly patchy, but you can't tell because I grew it out so much. But but I was able to get this. This didn't connect until I was about 20. But I had this at like 19. And then I was able to have this for a while, and then this all started to look normal when I was about 25. Nice. And I've long bearded most of my life since. The most you can cover up your face. It's like makeup for dudes, right?
Jackie wants to know if Strawberry Blonde is also a sneaky ginger.
It's like mixed.
I wouldn't say it is sneaky ginger, but in a different way.
I think of a strawberry blondes normally then have ginger beards if you can grow a beard.
I would imagine.
Our gates are always wide open. That's a Gatehouse Amy reference.
Right. Oh yeah, and then there's the fact that women can rule in Dorne, as Jackie also mentions. So this house might have been gotten its words, from a woman.
Dornish feminism. We already moved on from House Dalt.
Yeah, I remember now.
Sorry, may never cry. I didn't even finish it. I got distracted. Oh no, I gotta go back. Oh my god, who's running?
I was trying to like talk about something to fill the time you needed to type, but then I saw your hands come up, and I was like, oh no, he's not typing anymore. So...
No, I screwed it up already. No, I already screwed it up. You're like, hey, I'm gonna help you, and I'm like, no, I already done. I'm done ruining.
I was like, I made it too interesting.
But it's sorry, I never cry.
All right, and what house are we on now?
Arklin of Duskendale.
Arklin of Duskendale.
So the Darklings of Duskendale, well, they're gone now. They got Darklin of Duskendale, but. They have the 7 shields because they had 7 members of them join the Kingsguard. So they have 7
all at one time.
Shields. No, just throughout the history. They have the most amount of guards in the Kingsguard. So this is
okay. So they probably wouldn't have. Okay, so they probably wouldn't have started with like 1 white shield and then 2 white shields.
Probably
and then
like
3.
2 or 3, and then they decided probably like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
House Darklin of Duskendale is an extinct noble house which ruled the town of Duskendale and the surrounding lands in the Crown Lands for centuries.
Yeah, we do
Their
not
keep was the
exist.
Dun Fort at the top of the hill that dominates the town.
We are gone now. Do not kidnap kings. I implore you. Oh my god.
All right, so the shields would have been an addition later, and prior to that, their sigil would have just looked like part of the flag of New Jersey.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and
yellow. That as well.
Thank you.
So I mean, it's just black and yellow patchwork.
Shields of the realm.
I wonder what that could
we shouldn't reference
stand for.
the white shields. What it should have been before that.
Right.
Mutiny,
unless they changed them. Unless they changed the house words when the shields were added.
Defiance of Duskendale.
Defiance is what took them down, isn't it?
What about just defy? Just one.
The defiance of Duskendale is what drove them to extinction, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're because they were so into defiance their entire time that they finally started to defy, and then it killed them. Defy.
All right. So yeah, we defy or something like that.
Oh, I like We Defy. That sounds like a Rage Against the Machine song. I would jam to We Defy by Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, here I like this one. Oh, cool. Cool might have dropped it. Defiant till the end.
Defiant to the end.
Defiant to the end. Let's look at other houses to see that might have been used. Death Before Disgrace from House Butterwell. I'm looking for any Defiant. Hey, when I read, can you make noise? Can you talk so it doesn't go dead air? Can you be interesting?
Yeah. The thing is, most of my talking is going to involve asking you questions.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
So what we can do instead is we can talk about House Darklin.
All
so
right,
the coat of arms, we've got Oh, okay. Thank God.
I scanned all house words and I didn't see Defiant anywhere. We're on House Darklin, and I think we're gonna have to stick with cool and go Defiant to the end.
I don't understand half of the words in the description of this coat of arms. Dear God.
Yeah, dude, I know, man. I make vids about sigils. I go right through them, because I don't know flag words. All right, I'm going Defiant to the end.
Sounds good.
Cool. Thanks. You're pretty cool too. I don't care what everybody says about you behind your back.
Neither do I.
Although you're gonna have to help me spell Defiant. All right. All right, I got it. I know, but I can't look at both.
Okay. Do you need
I got it. I already got it.
Okay.
Yeah. No thanks to you. Yeah. I don't know why I'm mean to you when you do me a favor. You're sacrificing your sleep to hang out with me and do my show, and I'm like, you suck. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh man. I'm really grateful you're here. I hope you know that.
I appreciate it. But
I don't. It's weird if I show that, right? It's easier if I just make fun of you. That's easier to do than be nice.
Exactly.
Yeah. If my toxic masculinity dad taught me anything about toxic masculinity, it's easier to be like, dude, you suck. Than be like, hey man, I really appreciate you as a friend.
I grew up in New England.
You get it?
Oh yeah.
Hey, why did that guy just yell a horrible slur at you and punch you? We're best friends. That's why.
Exactly.
There you go. Oh no, that's Dairy. Here, Defiant to the end. All right, and then House Dairy's next.
Dairy.
You said you had something.
Yes. I believe this is them. We do not fuck.
Just because of Lancel?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not against it.
And it's
No,
it works.
I'm gonna fight because his wife bangs everybody. That's why everyone loves her. Gatehouse Amy.
That's true.
Gatehouse Amy.
But I was gonna say it also. Okay, so then we do fuck.
One of us
because they've got a plowman, so it works.
Oh, I like our hands.
We plow everybody.
Oh my god, I do like we plow. We plow them all.
A black plowman on a brown field.
All right. Our gatehouse is always open. Come on, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with our gatehouse is always open. I'm doing it. Are you guys cool with that? Are we done? Plow the earth. That's also pretty good. But I really like because it fits and also we plow. And also we plow just works too. There's a lot of good ones. Go plow yourself. Plow me into earth.
What was the other what was the other overused template for house words that you were complaining about?
Hear me, blank me, blank.
Okay.
Hear me roar. Yeah.
Plow me backwards.
Me a river.
Go plow me sideways. Plow me sideways.
I would plow you sideways.
I am a selfish top.
Plow one, plow all. From Chris Campbell.
That works.
That's pretty good.
Plow one, plow all.
Plow
the
one,
tough
plow
cough says he plows the dough.
Yeah, they should switch it to a woman with 3 plows. Because Gatehouse Amy, freaking 3 dudes at once. I love Gatehouse Amy.
And that harkens back to our elephant sex discussion from earlier, where they have 3 holes.
No, she does have 3, but none of them are false. I'm not against just plowing.
We always have sugar for our neighbors.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not against plow me either. We'll leave the emoji out, but
they might have used emojis. I mean, what else would you call a sigil, really?
You're gonna use a sigil in your sigil? I guess sometimes they actually do that. I know, man. Gatehouse.
It's like putting your state seal on your state flag. It's lazy.
It is lazy.
And it looks like shit.
I will be covering Gatehouse Amy. I already have the vid filmed. It's a late December. I'm filmed all the way through the year, by the way, Rust.
That's funny because covering is slang for when you let a stud horse breed with a mare.
I'm covering Gatehouse Amy.
You're covering Gatehouse Amy.
In my plow, in my seed, in my
What's your stud fee?
I hope she lives too. Everyone, like whoever.
What?
Shipping...
You hope who lives?
No, that's what I hope she gets to live. That's
what's in the book. Okay.
Yeah. Whoever ships her and Lyle Crackle because she flirts with Lyle Crackle, they are cousins, which never gets brought up. She's a Crackle Frey.
I don't think it would get brought up in world.
I know they don't care about banging cousins.
Yeah. So whatever.
What, we're related 30 years ago? That's like 100 years ago.
Right.
And I think
bro, our life expectancy is like 55 years if we're lucky.
Her dad's mom was a Crackle.
How old was Hoster Tully when he died?
Old.
I'll look it up.
60 or 70. Old, man.
How old was Hoster Tully?
I always have to type in Asoiaf whenever I type. Are we still stuck on dairy or we're still plowing?
It looks like we don't have a definitive age on him, which is annoying. We know exactly when he died, but we don't know when he was born.
Dang books.
You're
right. There's just not enough detail in these books.
I was just trying to figure out what you would expect someone to die of old age at in the book.
What's he got to do with
I
dairy?
Assume it's between 55 and 65.
There's like 80s,
what does that have to... I had a
90s.
connection with dairy when I started thinking about it. I don't know how I got where I am.
Yeah. All right. Are we gonna go with plow me?
Oh, it had to do with the reason that they don't think that cousins is particularly incestuous is because of how short their lifespans are in comparison to how long a generation is.
We have to decide. All right. Our gatehouse is always open. plow one, plow all, or plow me, or we plow.
Our gatehouse is always open. I like
You're
that one
gonna go
best.
with gatehouse is always open. All right, April.
That's my vote.
You nailed it a while ago, and we just had to wait.
Just yucked around.
Oh,
Too many hands spoil the broth.
Oh my god, I've had too many cooks stuck in my head since they covered on the kill count last week.
I was watching earlier it was an Adam Sandler SNL sketch.
Oof! Here we go. All right, which one?
The Swedish Chef.
Oh, all right.
And it's not one of the better sketches.
No, it's definitely not. Like if you bring up his like top 5, it wouldn't be in it. But
someone had requested it, and the TikTok gods deliver.
There you go.
There are channels that just upload SNL sketches, and it's wonderful.
I know,
because there are certain sketches that we can't do on YouTube for some reason. I tried uploading. I did this. I did a video about this time where Jimmy Carter legitimately, when he was in the Navy, lowered himself into an actively melting down nuclear reactor in order to save a Canadian city.
What happened? That's a thing?
Yeah, it's wild. I've got a video on it. So the thing is, he really didn't talk about it, which, like, if I was on the campaign trail, that's all I would talk about.
That's all I would bring up.
But he, like, never brought it up. And Dan Aykroyd, playing Jimmy Carter on SNL years later, did this sketch where he has to deal with a melting down nuclear reactor, and he just shows up because he would say sometimes when he was talking, I'm a nuclear engineer, and they would make fun of him for that, even though he really was a nuclear engineer who really did this stuff. How else
do you make peanuts?
And they just, the establishment had to make fun of him because he made too much sense. But I.
Political. We always go right back to political.
I've got thoughts on the Panama Canal. So they do this sketch where he's like bumbling, like a bumbling idiot. He like stumbles like into the reactor. He's like, I think I should go in. And he like comes out and he's glowing, and stuff like he's an idiot with radiation. And it's like, it's like they did a sketch about a thing that he did in real life without knowing that he had done it.
That's funny.
I don't remember how I got on this topic.
Move on.
Yeah, I have no idea how I got on that topic.
But later, I got a pitch for you of a historical person to cover if you never have. But we'll blue ball you for now because we're finally made it to House Dayne.
Nice.
All right, let's do it.
Falling star, and I assume that is that Dark, not Dark Sister.
Dawn.
Dawn, right?
Dawn. We bring
Dawn
the dawn.
and a
Darkest
falling
before the
star.
dawn. We are the dawn. Rise the sun.
But the falling star, unless is that a comet or a falling star? That must be a falling star, right?
A falling star. That's how they made the sword.
Okay, so that can only be seen at night. Oh, it's a meteorite sword. Okay,
it's a meteorite. Yeah.
Right. That's right. It's not.
Or it's
not.
Yeah, our swords are plot devices.
But it's not. It's not Valyrian steel.
No, it's Lightbringer. It was made from Nisa's sacrifice. Everybody knows that. What are you talking about? We bring the dawn, darkest before the dawn. Yeah, so they do have words. No one knows any of them. They don't have suspected words. So here's something interesting, Russ. If you don't know this, George said that he can't say the words for dawn yet because they're a spoiler, which is really cool. So their words are R plus L equals J.
Our lights are bringers.
Our lights are bringers.
I guess it probably would have something to do with Lightbringer, if that's correct.
It's got our sword is not Lightbringer. Wink. we
right. Yeah, we're using emojis, right? We allowed that.
Well, that's in my, like, I literally use that for my thumbnail. Is our sword is totally not Lightbringer. Shh. Like that's because that's my Dawn pitch. I do like we followed him all the way for the Empire of the Dawn. Oh. Yeah.
So it is probably Lightbringer related. So just we bring the light.
Yeah, we bring the light. that fits too with Dawn. Is everyone okay with rebring the light? I feel like that's just hinting enough.
Because the thing is, George might think that we bring the dawn is enough of a hint for Lightbringer. He seems like that.
We sacrificed our wife to kill the long night. Wait, what? Why what's that mean?
Well, I mean, the blacksmith sacrificed his wife.
What? Are you saying that Azura High is a blacksmith?
Well, I mean, he was making a sword by hand, right?
Oh, I guess he technically is a blacksmith.
Yeah.
I mean, when you say it that way.
Well, because here's the thing: is I read a lot of the Wheel of Time, and one of our main characters really is a blacksmith before everything goes off and he becomes important. Well, he's a blacksmith's apprentice, but they just call him blacksmith throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, for some reason, I'd always pictured Azura High as like a working class person who, came to greatness.
Yeah, by killing his wife and a lion. Hi.
Yeah, the lion didn't deserve it.
Dawn of
that
the
made
morning.
me sad.
Dawn of the morning.
Dawn of the morning.
Yeah, I don't mind Dawn of the morning. The
light
morning.
of the dawn.
You remember that late 90s Comedy Central show Dr. Katz?
I don't think so.
I figured if anyone would, you would get me here. But the main character, Jonathan Katz, it's where H. John Benjamin from Bob's Burgers and Archer fame got a start. Mm-hmm. He played his son Ben.
Oh, okay.
But Dr. Katz, he's a therapist for stand-up comedians. That's the gimmick. So he would have stand-up comedians come in and do their bits, but it's all in squiggle vision. It's animated, and the lines were never straight. They never used the heat, so it's all squiggly. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, so there was an episode where he had to read a eulogy, and he wanted to start off with a joke, which is the funniest thing in the world already. But his joke was, "Sorry, guys, I'm not a morning person." And I have to say that's one of my favorite jokes of all time. I like to say that at a eulogy. Sorry, I'm not a morning person. All right, that's all I had. Thank you guys for coming. Dr. Katz, Comedy Central. What's up? Dawn of Nights. We bring winter. We stop winter. Winter is ending.
Dawn is coming.
Wait, winter is ending is actually really funny. Because like winter is coming from starts, but they end the long nights, and winter is ending.
Dawn is coming would be the antithesis to the Starks.
Is she hot?
She's a dish soap.
Is she all over me then?
Sure.
My face. On my face.
Only if you've got oil spilled.
Oil spill.
Was that a Salad Fingers reference?
No, that was a Bob's Burgers where they were at like some festival and it's a chick's about to sing and Eugene's like, her hit song's called Oil Spill, but it's totally about her vagina. and then she starts playing and it's like this girl hunched over a computer or her piano and she's going, oil spill, oil spill. And then Bob goes, yeah, it's totally about a vagina. I might have got it a little wrong, but it's like, yeah, that's absolutely about a vagina. All right, Donna. Maybe Donna is coming. Like, it's not spoilery though, is it?
Oh, did chat say that before I did?
Yeah, I maybe right at the same time. I remember Dr. Katz. That's why you're cool. Cool.
Well, if Chat and I both said it, then Dawn is coming, I think is...
I know, but how is that spoilery?
Because only Lightbringer can bring the dawn. And George might think that something that obtuse is a spoiler.
Yeah, but he already named the damn sword Dawn. Like, he's already named the Lightbringer Dawn. It's like, if that's a spoiler, then...
Well, because light comes with the dawn.
What
Dawn
did we say
doesn't.
earlier that I really liked? That was like just hinting enough.
I
We
don't
stole
remember.
the light. There was one earlier I really like.
We
Our
stole the
lights
light. Sounds like a
Our
Prometheus
lights
sort of
are
thing.
bringers. Oh yeah, we bring the light, like Lightbringer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that works as well.
I want to go with we bring the light. Is that okay?
So, that's what we were discussing earlier. Was it we bring the light or we bring the dawn?
Yeah.
So, would George consider we bring the dawn
I don't think
spoilery
that's
enough?
spoilery enough. I think.
Do you
We
think
Bring
George
the
would
Light-
consider it to be though?
No, because he already named the sword
Okay.
Lightbringer Dawn. Like that's already spoiler enough.
Okay. So then we bring the light.
I think I just spilled some truly on me.
Hmm.
It's when you get a big belly like mine, Russ, like you always are gonna, if you spill something from your mouth, it will never end in your lap anymore. It always goes
The
right to
best
your
purchase
belly.
I ever made was an adult-sized bib.
I know, but I can't wear that on stream.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think?
I also used to wear white undershirts, and I just got sick of waking up with pizza and salsa on my fucking shirt.
The only time an adult can wear a bib is if they're at a seafood place.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Spring is coming. I kind of like spring is coming. I like the playing off of the Stark words a lot.
All right, let me see here. House.
Dawn kills the darkness.
Okay.
We end the long night.
Dawn.
We end the
Dawn
night.
is a great sword.
Yep.
Its blade is as pale as milk glass,
Mhm.
unlike Valyrian steel, but is similar in strength and sharpness. I wonder if it's got the same sort of magical properties.
Yeah, but
Per legend, it was forged from the heart of a fallen star, likely meteor iron. Coat of arms depicts the sword with the falling star.
you know, also had a space sword.
Yeah.
It was Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender. So let's talk about that. I love Avatar.
Rolex made a watch that had a meteorite face.
Ooh. The long night ends with dawn. That's spoiler, right?
Yeah.
I do like spring is coming.
Who do we think is going to be the next sword of the morning?
Oh my god. We're going to start this. Either
Have we
Dayne
met
or
them?
Gerald Dayne. Well, we've met two Danes.
Yeah.
Probably Gerald Dayne. It's probably the sword.
Well, does it have to be a Dane?
Yes.
Okay.
And they have to earn it. You don't just get it. Like
Right,
it's not
right.
like an ancestral sword. You have to be a badass.
So that's interesting then, because that sword has to play a significant role upcoming.
Yeah. And we know the sword,
apparently whoever wields it has not been a major character so far, and that's really interesting.
Gerald Dane's a major character. He's in one chapter. What are you talking about?
Major as in like I don't know
POV?
anything about him. I've read the series I think maybe 5 times.
Read
and I can't remember
Queenmaker-
anything about him.
Read the Queenmaker chapter again then. He's in it. That's his one chapter.
He's not memorable.
People love Gerald Dane. Are you kidding? He's too
That's
big of
fine.
a character for me to
Okay,
cover.
I'm sorry. He's not memorable to me, and that's not
All right,
that's
people
not
love
a fair bar. But I just don't
He's got
remember
a
him.
nickname. He's emo. He's edgelord. He's Darkstar. I am of the night. He says that shit. He goes, "Hey, what's up? I am of the night." What?
Oh,
more
Darkstar. Okay, no, I remember Darkstar.
Yeah, there you go. That's Gerald Dane, you bastard. You just walk in here, you bastard. Once I said his nickname, you're like, oh yeah, no shit, I know.
He's the knight. What more could you want?
Yeah.
I hate that emo. Oh, someone in the chat hates him.
Gerald. People hate
So
Gerald.
if you hate him for being emo, do you also hate Daemon Targaryen?
John
It'll take a minute for them to get
because
that.
he's the milk brother of Edric, and it's
Wait, sorry, John can what? Oh,
King
become
John.
Lord of the can become the Sword of the Morning.
Lord of the Morning, Sword of the Night's Watch,
Sword of the Dance.
Dance of the Milk.
It's Michael Flatley. That's it.
Yeah,
He'll save the world.
The Lord of the Dead. No one's gonna get that fucking reference or the Lord of the Dance reference. You want to go for a jig? When was the last time you jigged to anything that wasn't flogging Molly? That's what I wonder.
You know, interestingly, the reason they jig like that is because the English outlawed traditional Irish dance.
From waist up, it looked like you're just like doing this.
Yeah, so they could hide, so they could dance behind a hedge.
Yep. I was heard inside doors, not through windows, is what I was told. But yeah, Damon.
So that's actually
wow.
Did someone tell you that seriously? Because that's actually a joke.
Seriously, it was in elementary school.
Oh.
It was idiots.
Okay. No, I was telling a joke. The real reason they did it was because they were doing it on like doors and like barrel lids. So they just didn't have anywhere to move.
I was literally taught that dance was outlawed and that's why they did it. So
so traditional dance was outlawed, but no, that's not why they did that. They were already dancing like that because in order to do the clog and tap effect, they were using barrel lids essentially. At least that's what I was told. I didn't look that up either. So I could also be wrong.
You like clogging? All right.
That's what Lord of the Dance is.
Yeah. You wanna do this?
What, the next house?
So ends the night.
So ends the night.
Yeah. Well, what are we gonna go with?
For Dayne?
Yeah, we still haven't named it. It's been so long. Spring is coming.
I thought we were going with the we bring the light.
We bring the light. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I thought that's what we had settled on.
Well, I didn't know that.
Okay. And I believe that was yours. Credit to you.
I think it's like it was a lot of cooks in the kitchen here. We're all riffing off each other.
So let me see here. House Dayne.
This one's gonna be a good one, by the way. I'm warning you. I'm giving you suspense. I'll give you a clue. Okay. We have our second unicorn coming.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So House Dayne is one of the most ancient houses in the Seven Kingdoms, claiming First Men ancestry dating back 10,000 years. Do they have some white hair?
Yeah, they're blonde. Okay. They actually look like Valyrians.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. They're very Valyrian-y.
And they claim First Men ancestry dating back 10,000 years to the dawn of days. Yeah,
but a lot of people just say that's bullcrap and they're from the Great Empire of the Dawn.
Yeah, there's a footnote attached to this one. The first Dayne is said to have raised Starfall on an island at the mouth of the Torrentine, having tracked a falling star there and found the Stone of Magical Powers. Yeah, his descendants became kings of Torrentine and lords of Starfall.
LML, Lucifer means Lightbringer / David Lightbringer, loves House Dayne, and he's all about the Great Empire of the Dawn stuff and you know, like pre-Dragon Lords, and so on and so forth. I just like la-di-da through hours and hours of his really well thought stuff, but all right, we did it. We made it through House Dayne. We don't even have to be here anymore, guys. We made it. Smoke them if you got them. All right, you ready for our second unicorn and our second raven all at once?
Indeed.
All right, House Doggett.
Their words are going to be, unicorns are better than ravens.
Dark words, white horns. Dark horns?
So wait, so a unicorn and a raven. So we've got a mythical creature again. Yeah, and we've got a letter. No, the unicorn. and then a letter. Well, they're also, the thing is that in world they're also mythical because they can talk. So
real world ravens, common ravens can be taught how to talk.
Yeah, I guess mimicry wise they can. But that way it takes so long to teach a bird to say something.
The bad guy in the second Ace Ventura, one of them, has a talking raven that says hello. He goes, say hello, and he goes, hello.
Yeah.
And that's all real.
Yeah, the corvids, some of the corvids can talk, I believe.
That actor.
One of them, when I was at the Grand Canyon, a raven sneaked up behind me and made the sound of running water.
Screw that. Dig it. Can you dog it? I really like Can You Dig It. So House Doggett, let me teach you, let me learn you something. Rusty. Here's some lore for you for your face. Joffrey Doggett's one of my favorite characters, the Red Dog of the Hills. He was a member of the Faith Militant until Maegor died, and then he joined Jaehaerys' Kingsguard as his second Kingsguard member.
Okay.
And he's his main dude. And one of my favorite, I love Joffrey Doggett, and he was from House Doggett. So it's a Westerlands house, and they were very religious. In Unicorn and Raven, man, you gotta love House Doggett. I love House Doggett. Can you dog it? I'll dog you.
So they're very religious. That's probably going to play into the house words.
Just that one bloke was.
Oh, I understand.
At least. If not.
So
a lot of the Westerlands,
when you have like
Faith Militant was a lot of the Westerlands.
When you have a split sigil like that, that's usually like the union of two houses.
Yeah, but that just happened. House Dog and House Git. That's hilarious. All right. We formed House Dog and House Git into Git Dog. No, let's go with Doggett. Okay, Doggett. Joffrey. Doggett. Joffrey. No. Fleming Brax married a Frey and no one ever brings it up. That's all I'm saying. Green fields with white clouds. The Raven reminds me more of the old gods than the new gods.
Their wiki is like 2 paragraphs, and that's it.
Yeah, Joffrey
noble
Doggett
house from the Westerlands.
Yeah.
According to semi-canon sources, they blazon their arms with a white bend.
Don't get stuck on the semi-canon. They always say that shit. Don't get stuck.
No, that's fine. Their words are not known.
All my shit off of semi-canon shit. It's like half my channel is semi-canon.
So let's see, a mythical creature and a letter bearer. So that's going to be like the Pony Express.
The Unicorn Express. Done.
Yeah.
Can we just name it? We are the Unicorn Express.
Works for me. The Pony Express only existed for 18 months.
Oh my God. Well, those ponies died early or something. Maybe they were sick.
Well, a lot of the people died too.
All right, I got the second green fields, white clouds. Oh, he added a comma the second time. Maybe he thought like this didn't sell it, so if I had a comma, green fields, white clouds. You Enclave simp. You like the Enclave? I'm Brotherhood of Steel here all day. Get out of here, Enclave. I'm kidding. But yeah, Jackie's going Unicorn Express too. Even though that doesn't make sense for words. But it's kind of awesome. We deliver your letters one horn at a time. Green fields, white clouds. Because one of them flies in the white clouds, a raven does, and the unicorn runs through the green fields. Okay. We send messages.
I think that doesn't the unicorn traditionally live in a forest?
Sure. They're not real.
I said traditionally.
Traditions are normally real things.
Traditions are peer pressure from dead people.
Yeah. Traditionally, traditions are an idiot thing. Enclave is better than Brotherhood of Steel. All right. I'm not going to start a Fallout fight right now. But you're wrong. Unicorns also fly. Traditionally, science fairs.
Wait, do they?
That's what that's what Mike claims.
I don't think unicorns fly. They're not Pegasuses.
They're not Pegasi, but some Pegasus do have the horn when they combine them. Is a plural Pegasus, Pegasi?
Well, then we can get into the whole discussion about whether the dragons are actually dragons or whether they're fireworms combined with wyverns.
Classically. Dragons and wyverns are the same thing, just wyverns, they're like teenage dragons.
Well, you would have to cross the wyvern with the fireworms.
Yeah, and then you get a fire worm.
Because I believe traditionally dragons have
a second set of arms.
I can't remember which it is. Is dragons have 4 legs or liver?
Yep.
Wyverns
they
don't. I can't remember.
Wyverns don't.
Okay.
So
yeah.
John Lockwood, the guy who drew all the dragons for D&D for a very long time. I actually met the guy. That's what made the dragon so cool, is the muscle structure of the shoulder going into the wing. Like this dude's art had like the coolest, like the neck and shoulders growing into wings, and he drew the muscles of the dragon. It was so cool.
You draw an S and then a more different S.
Yeah. You know, I used to do Strong Bad. Oh, well, we're in Strong Bad, yeah. But yeah, I used to do Homestar Runner vids. My Homestar Runner shorts still get views. And you want to hear the funniest thing? So I have a short for Hamsar, and it was just Hamsar Explained. That's all it's named. And I'm just like, hey, Hamsar, started in a Strong Bad email because somebody mispronounced or misspelled Homestar and blah, blah, blah. And I it's 1 minute of Hamsar facts. And I just got a comment. God bless this guy. I just got a comment that was like, this is all well-known facts. This isn't deep lore at all. And I wanted to do like Homestar Runner deep lore. Get a hold of yourself. I love Homestar. There's no deep lore about Homestar.
He's been drinking too much melonade.
Bro, get a grip on reality. This isn't deep lore at all.
So I'm gonna dip out around 12 your time.
In 20 minutes.
Yep.
All right. Well, if nobody shows up by then, I'll dip out too. If somebody shows up, I'll kick it for a little while. But we're close to 2 hours, so yeah. Exactly. Hamsar was raised by a cup of coffee. I think I even say that in the.
We're close to 3 hours.
Yeah. Did I say 2? Yeah, 3. 3 hours is good. We didn't even make it halfway. Do you want to try to kick 3 more in?
By all means.
All right, we're at 17 with Doggett. So what did we want to go with Doggett?
I already forgot.
Yeah, me too. We're paying attention, guys. We're here. Traditional unicorns fly.
Unicorn Express.
Unicorn Express. Yeah, all right, screw it. Unicorn Express. I like it. Excuse me, guys.
I had to remember how I got there the first time, and I was like, letters and horses. Okay, because I did a video on the Pony Express.
Oh, nice. The guy who shot John Wilkes Booth. Have you done a video on him?
I have not.
Yeah, he's extremely crazy, interesting. Holy crap! I can't believe this is reality.
I did a video about the fact that the assassination of Lincoln was actually supposed to be an entire coup.
Yep.
And
everybody else Booth, chickened out or some other shit.
Well, Booth was supposed to get Grant, who was supposed to be at the theater with them, but Grant's wife hates Mary Todd Lincoln, so he didn't show up. So he wasn't there for that. The guy that was sent to murder Seward, the Secretary of State, tried to stab him in the throat with a giant Bowie knife, but he had a splint because he'd broken his jaw, and that prevented any fatal injuries. And the guy who was supposed to guide him around just ran away. The Andrew Johnson guy was where he was supposed to be, and Andrew Johnson just never showed up. So the guy got drunk, so drunk that he stumbled out of the bar and had to go get a different inn for the rest of the night.
So funny.
And Seward just never showed up. But yeah, it was supposed to be an entire coup d'etat.
So I've contemplated.
I did a video on that as well.
I contemplated doing history vids in the same format that I do these, like. If I were to do a second channel, or if these just didn't take off. Because I was trying a lot of stuff before people gave a crap about my Song of Ice and Fire vids. I was doing a lot of Pokemon stuff, Homestar Runner stuff, a lot of fighting game stuff. I was kind of just doing all my interests, and then finally one of them stuck. But I was about to start doing history vids in the exact same format I do my Song of Ice and Fire characters. And the first one I was going to cover was the dude who killed John Wilkes Booth. Check him out. I'm imploring you, because you're gonna go, this dude's real. Like, it's insanity. Like,
all right,
crazy.
I'm putting it in my tabs now.
Yeah, crazy guy. You'll love it. House Drum.
Is that a skeletal hand?
Yep, they call him Bone Hand. Dustin.
Wait, they call who Bone Hand?
Dustin Drum.
He was the founder of the house?
Nope. He's the guy who did the The King's Moot. He was at the King's Moot. Dustin Drum. He was the third guy to speak.
So they just call him Bonehand because of his sigil?
Yeah, that, he likes to bone his own hand. But who doesn't, am I right?
Quite.
Everybody here has had sex with their hand, okay? Everybody.
Indeed. Let's see. So it's just a skeletal hand.
Yeah.
The Stranger. That's a masturbation joke.
Yeah, I get it. No, it's a vape bong. Sorry to answer your own question. Somebody's asking about your utensil. Sorry, I shouldn't hear your.
So what this is? No, it's fine. I'm doing it on camera. So what this is this is a nectar collector. Ordinarily, there would be a titanium tip down here that you would heat up in order to consume wax. It also has a bong attachment on it. But what I use it for at the moment is I have a dry herb vape that fits into it perfectly, so that you get the water cooling effect because I've got asthma.
So you can water bong your vape.
Yes.
Well,
exactly.
That's awesome.
And it's a dry herb vape rather than an oil vape.
Yeah. Man,
yes,
there's a bunch of seahorses going on here. Rust must read Techno Feudalism by Yanis Verhoevenhoff.
I'll probably get around to it.
Yeah, get on it. All right, vape bong. All right, where are we? Yeah, Mighty Bonehand.
Let's
go bone it up. High five.
We only need one.
Oh. We only need one bone hand?
No, like we only need one hand to defeat you. The other one is rotted in the ground and is now bones.
You don't like just high five with 3 exclamation points?
That's fine. Either one.
None this matters. Whenever you're like, I really like this, and I say something stupid, and you're like, that's fine. You're like, who cares? What are we really doing? You're like, I put a lot of thought
can't possibly
this.
make any difference.
And then I'm like, fart joke, and you're like, yeah, go with the fart joke. Fuck it. The Mighty Iron Bones, the Mighty.
I mean, there is also just the Stranger.
No, yeah. Well, there's already Banefort who has the Stranger on their sigil, which we already covered. Some live in tunnels. I thought they just live in tunnels and in the flames, the 14 flames. I don't know why we're talking about fireworms, but House Drum.
Because we were talking about fireworms and wyverns.
Caught red-handed.
Yeah, but it's white.
Oh, shut up.
It's got a red background.
Yeah, so.
It's a stop sign for illiterate people. So their words are just stop.
What's that Stephen Wright joke? I saw a stop sign in Braille. I tried to read it going 40 miles per hour and I lost my hand. Something like that.
Every time I stuck my hand out the window as a kid, my mother would give me stories about kids who lost their arms.
Yeah. And you're like, this isn't the 50s, Mom. like
And it was the same with washing machines. Stories about kids who stuck their arms in the washing machines while the drum was still spinning and lost their arms.
Oh my God!
Kids who played with guns and got shot in the arm and lost their arms.
We used to ride the dryer. We would get like 3 or 4 couples before we would just get in there. It's freaking awesome, man.
That's not because you don't do that.
What? Is this starting to make a lot more sense to you?
Fireworms speak Valyrian.
Yeah, there's a lot of fireworm shit.
Because dragons speak. Dragons understand Valyrian.
So yeah,
that makes sense.
How weird is my hand?
Talk to the hand. That's it.
Oh yeah, done. You
have to say it like in a David Spade voice.
Talk to the hand. Yeah, we'll go with
exactly.
Talk to the hand. All right. I do like just stop.
It's like the opposite of that recruitment sign where like Uncle Sam is pointing and he's like, "I want you." This is like, "I don't want you."
I want you to stop.
whatever you're doing, knock it off.
It's messed up, and I know it. You disgust me. Damn Uncle Sam.
We actually stole that format from a British recruitment poster, I believe.
Oh yeah, that checks out.
I'm not sure who they had on it. You know, we also used to have a sort of female equivalent to Uncle Sam, known as Columbia.
Auntie Columbia.
She was just called Columbia.
Sam's a unisex.
She was supposed to represent like the goddess spirit of America, and she was not. She wasn't named after Columbus. I think Columbia was a pre-existing fey mythical creature.
Okay, maybe it wasn't anything pre-existing here, but yeah. All right. Talks of the hand, House Drum. All right, we got 2 left, and then we made it halfway through, and then I'll let you go, and then you have my permission to die. House Estermont. Can we do this without making any ninja jokes, ladies and gentlemen? Can we? Can we? Should have used lotion. That's hilarious. Oh, we probably would have went with that if we didn't already go with Doctor the Hand. Hand of Glory. I went and saw a horror movie yesterday in the theaters. Cool. You want me to tell you about it? I would love to tell you about it, Roust. Went and saw Thanksgiving in the theaters.
So, the earliest personifications of Columbia were actually from the 16th century, with Europeans using her to represent the Americas in general.
Okay. Is she the Manifest Destiny giant lady walking across the earth?
Yep. That's her.
What's up? See, I know stuff. All right. We can either talk about how I saw a slasher movie in theaters yesterday or House Estermont. Which one do you want?
And the District of Columbia is named after her.
Oh,
slasher Thanksgiving. Go ahead.
It was called Thanksgiving. It was fantastic. Directed by Eli Roth. It is the 3rd movie that was made from the fake movie trailers from the Grindhouse film. Everything I just said is true. So they made Hobo with a Shotgun, Machete, and now they made Thanksgiving. That means that they can make Don't and the Nazi werewolf movie from Rob Zombie.
I wanted to give shout out to the suggestion of "Look at my hand. How weird is my hand?"
Yeah, I brought that one up earlier. It's fantastic.
Okay, I didn't see it.
And then he also had a should have used lotion, which is fantastic.
I heard that one. I heard you read that one out loud.
Our teenagers are mutants. See, I said, guys, no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle references for House Estermont. My dad is a rat. Our turtles are ninjas. You guys, like a freaking fish to the hook. You gues took it.
Oh, we should have gone. We should have gone with "Smell My Fingers."
Oh, that would have been good.
Okay, so we've got a turtle here.
No ninja jokes.
Please don't make us into soup.
Ooh, mince! Don't mince us.
Is that how they make the soup?
We mince. It's called mincemeat soup.
Oof.
That's the name of it, man. Yeah.
I would imagine that like sea turtle meat would already be pretty tender, but
mincemeat. Take a turtle and I turn him into mincemeat. You don't want to step to Da Vinci. Sorry, I know a lot of my knowledge that I learned from epic rap battles of history.
All right, so House Estermont. What region are they from?
The Stormlands. Turtley enough for the Turtle Club? Turtle.
It is as yet unconfirmed if the Estermonts are first men or Andal ancestry. During the coming of the Andals, the Storm Kings of House Durandon and many of their bannermen intermarried with the Andals.
The Wrath Turtles? Is this a reference to the entire chapter in the Grapes of Wrath, where it's just from the point of view of a turtle? Is that what this is? That's an entire chapter. John Steinbeck was a hell of a boring writer.
Okay.
Yeah, what are we doing?
So there's probably some legend in their past of one of their lords getting stranded on some remote island and he has to lash a bunch of sea turtles together in order to escape.
Yeah,
right? I mean, that's a thing.
Or maybe because they're on an island and the sea turtles are around and they're like, fucking one of those. That's their sigil. Let's hang out and dance.
But like, why there has to be a reason to like my way is more interesting.
House Turdberry is it's just like a darker
That's
turtle.
it. That's where I got it from.
Turdberry.
It was from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, Jack Sparrow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I could not remember where I got that from.
They're from Cape Wrath, or the islands near Cape Wrath. Okay, so you weren't making a Greats of Wrath John Steinbeck joke? Good. It's probably good you weren't. I'm the only loser who can come up with that.
Cape Wrath. Cape Wrath.
Thy turtles do wrath.
So yeah, then it was probably because they built their economy on
Wait,
like
you
the
have
turtle
two
meat.
phones? So you either work for the government or you deal drugs.
I have like 4 phones.
Oh my god! Like I deal governments. Deal with
No, so basically
deal drugs, slow the government.
I busted the screen on my current phone. So I went to the store and upgraded it, and because it was busted, they wouldn't take it in trade. So I just got the screen fixed, and then I had 2 phones. But then I also have my own business, so I've got a business phone.
Oh, okay. Look at my.
And then I've got my old S20 that just died and is sitting in a drawer somewhere.
Just cop. Visions of dog.
Tortoise. That's not a tortoise.
No,
House Tudbury is a tortoise. Yeah.
We've covered that.
Mark, don't question me.
I know, dude. I've covered House Tudbury. Russ should remember because he was here when we covered all Stormland's house, where we covered Estermont and Tudbury.
I do remember the turtle house because I remember saying that it looked. I remember saying that it looked. Yeah, I can't remember their names all of a sudden. The children who show up and guide Bran beyond the Wall North. The Reeds. I said it looked Reedish.
Yeah, and I said that's the North.
Because of the turtles.
You doofus.
I know.
Turdberry's a tortoise. I know. But
if you scare us, we will pull into our shells.
Ooh, withdraw. Just with an exclamation point. Just withdraw.
Testudo.
I kind of like this. Shells. Green shell.
Yeah, that's like a Mario Kart thing.
Yep. Or just Mario. There was green shells before Mario Kart.
True. That's true.
Yeah, you doofus. Sea turtles are coming.
Mario Kart is almost my only interaction with the Mario universe.
Our splinters are sharp. Can we move off an Ninja Turtle? I said it right away. I put a hard line in the sand and no one cares. I'm not in charge of this house, man. Faster than some hares. Slow and steady wins the race.
That works.
Yeah, you
that
like
absolutely
slow
works.
And steady?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think that totally fits. I just came up with it. Thanks, whoever just said that. Let me go back.
There was this
thing got me there.
I think it was the battle of Elysia, where Julius Caesar finally defeated the Gauls, where they
right.
The Gauls were inside a wooden fortification, and the Romans were slowly building an earthen ramp up to the top of it. And as the earthen ramp neared the top, the Gauls inside just started making the wall taller. So they got into this race, and like the Gauls came out at night and like set fire to the ramp and shit. And it was great back and forth. The Gauls got massacred, but it was a good time until that happened.
Normally, when you're talking about a foe of Caesar, it's like,
yeah, it doesn't go well.
Like he only got beat by his friends. We all know that.
Yep. And then he beat them.
And then he got beat by his friends and died.
He won the Roman Civil War by weaponizing a broken calendar.
Heck yeah.
Which I made a video about.
And then he conquered the world but never got laid, so he had to make his third cousin's former roommate his heir, who became one of the best Roman emperors of all time. Technically, the first. Anyways, Augustus.
Talking about Augustus?
Yeah, dude.
That guy was an asshole.
I love Augustus. What's wrong with Augustus?
Well, I mean, do you like Julius?
No.
Okay.
I don't
Well, the
know.
reasons I don't like
really
Julius
care.
is because he's a slave trading genocidal, fucking
I don't like
aristocrat.
any rulers of ever, you know that, but like,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of any ruling class, period.
There was something with Augustus like executing senators like in front of their families and stuff.
That's fantastic, man. Come on. He also ruled so much, in just his uncle's cousin's ancestor's former roommate Julius gets all the credit for forming
Chat
Rome.
agrees with me. Chat thinks that Augustus was an asshole.
All Roman emperors were assholes.
Well, there were probably some good ones.
They wouldn't be emperors.
That's probably not true.
I have a big stance on the ruling class, and I don't want to get political. We've already said multiple times, but like I think you have to be inherently at least a little evil if you want to rule anybody. But
yeah,
I know somebody's gonna start going, "Geez, what do you got against dictators?" But like, I'm not a fan of just the ruling class. All right, slow and steady for Estremont. Okay, and when I say ruling class, I don't just mean like presidents and dictators. I also mean the ultra rich and business owners who, I mean the ruling class. All right, House Falwell ends. Sorry, we're done. We're done political. House Falwell, the fighting fool. He's juggling sons.
That's interesting.
So
because Falwell sounds vaguely like folly.
Yeah, kind of. I always thought they fall well.
And then it also kind of sounds like Falstaff.
So just like House Doggett, like a lot of House from the Westerlands, they were part of the Warrior Sons and Faith Militant against Maegor, and then one of them fought in the Trial of 7 against Maegor, and then after that, House Falwell got like super burned from Maegor on Balerion. So that's what's up. And then their like most famous ancestors called the Fighting Fool, which is cool.
The house words for this one is "we juggle balls."
Yeah, but they're sons.
Okay, we juggle golden balls.
I'm not against it.
We juggle fiery balls.
Augustus was very August. We fall pretty decent. Like fall well, we fall pretty decent.
Augustus only could match up his name with what he did because he got to choose his own name.
Yeah, but like all
was Augustus very Octavian? That's the real measure of a man, I think. August. Is how Octavian you are.
I think we should judge all Roman emperors off of the month that's named after them. Because October is way cooler than August. Therefore, Octavian's better than Augustus. I rest my case. I win. I
don't think October is named after Octavian.
What? Come on.
It took me a really long time to get there.
Octavius, October.
I was like, wait, I know that it's two emperors, and it's not those two.
I know. I think I'm breaking the chat too because people are like, "No, the month means this. August means this."
Hold on, my cat needs something.
I'm just being a jerk. Just fucking around. October is still the coolest month. I mean, you got Halloween. It's like the end of the summer. You can go on your last bike rides. If you live in a climate where you get super cold winters like we do, where I am, I still like we fall pretty decent.
We fall pretty decent?
Yeah, because it's fall well.
Yeah.
We fall pretty decent. Although just we juggle balls isn't bad.
I mean, I prefer we juggle balls.
We juggle balls. Strongest of shapes. Are you calling me a tooth? Obtuse as in deliberate? Solitary, a month. We juggalos. Oh my god, now we have to start making juggalo jokes.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop. We juggle.
I used to be married to one.
Really? That's great.
Yep.
How did that go?
No, not well.
Did the used to tip me off at all, Mark? Jeez. Are you saying it was a not good divorce?
Oh, the divorce actually was fine. The marriage was not good.
Yeah, this is the best part.
Let's see here. House.
I think we can call it. You said you want to be done at midnight.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show the fruits of our labor for House Falwell, and then no one else showed up. It's all good. They all got busy. I got a lot of maybes today, so I was like, cool. Maybe they'll show up. Maybe they won't. I was totally prepared to do the stream alone. I really was, because I got like a lot of maybes, and I didn't know if we were gonna like show up. So I was just like, because I don't know if I even asked before today when I said who's all showing up, but yeah, I was like, I feel like this topic I could have just like did, like it was very hands-on, and that's kind of why I was okay with it. And then when I knew you were going to be here, I'm like, well, yeah, it works too. I think that's would have been pretty hard to do if there was like a full docket. If there was like 9 of us, I feel like we would have never gotten through anything. I'd be pulling up the dictator, yelling at people a lot.
It's like when you play Cards Against Humanity with a crowd.
Oh yeah, very hard. It's like when you try to run a role-playing game with more than 5 players. I've done a game with 12 players. Combat was hell. It was awful.
Yeah, that's
Combat took like an hour for each round. Like you would roll your dice. I'm gonna hit him. Roll your dice. I miss. And an hour later, it was your turn. I guess I'll hit him again. Like it was. I was like, dude, we should split up into 3 groups, and we did. I was like, all right, you are good enough, GM. You take the combat, go over there, and we split combat up.
Yeah.
All right. Our sigil is fun. That's pretty good. We fight like fools. All right. I think we did pretty good. So we have enough. I have 20 more, so I can do a part 2. So as far as I know, next month we'll just part 2 this up. So yeah. So we made it all the way to Farwind of the Lonely Light. That's a really good one to start of next week, or next month. So we made it to the F's. F's in the chat. Is that what that means?
Were these alphabetical? I wasn't paying attention.
They were. Thank you for paying attention. We started with the B's. Baelish.
True.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys, everybody who watched. This is a good 3-hour stream of us talking nonsense about A Song of Ice and Fire. I'm glad that everyone can get together and just enjoy a Thursday night of talking about a book series that we love and just all the other crap of us just all hanging out. So, yeah, fantastic. Russ, do you have any vids coming out very soon that you need people to know about?
I'm working on one about the time Romania put their president up in front of a firing squad.
Jesus Christ. Eastern Europe hangs, dude. Like they don't.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Like the president and his wife.
Oh man. Like yeah, I love all the history of that little region there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. All right. Well, today's Thursday. Saturday is my Courtney Penrose video. So that's coming out. And you know what? Let's just, for everyone who's listening who made it 3 hours in, I'm going to drop my slot. I'll tell you guys everything I have filmed, and that's going to be the rest of the year. So I'm just going to drop this really quick. So I have all this stuff in the bag. I'm just putting it off. So I got Courtney Penrose Saturday. Next week, I have Jeremy Riker and Long Spear Rick, whose name is just a dick joke. So that's pretty funny. And then I have a Riverland week with Titus Blackwood and Ambrose Butterwell. Then I had my Raymond week with Raymond Derry and Raymond Fossaway in 1 week. Hype for Raymond Fossaway. And then I'm ending up the year with my Frey week with Eamon Frey, Rhaegar Frey, Amory as in Gatehouse Amy, and Hostine Frey. All 1 week. And then Targaryen New Year's 2024. Yeah, we've got 2 vids for Targaryen New Year's. Yeah, thank you guys for showing up. Go check out Russ stuff. And yeah, you got anything else? You want to say peace and get out of here?
I'm good. Have a good one.
All right, peace. I'll say it though. Peace.
All right.